That's why I'm going, hey!
Hey! Welcome to the studio. Now I gotta...
I'm frantically hitting refresh to get the...
Yeah, me too.
That dat feed. There it is. Dat feed. Tornado. Live stream.
Yes.
Tweet that shit.
I'm working on it.
Whew. Thought we were going to have another
How do I delete?
giant snafu, but no.
Delete this tweet.
Delete all the tweets.
I'm gonna
all of
undo
them.
that retweet because it's bullshit.
I can undo retweet.
Yeah.
All right. Now maybe I can... Delete. There we go.
I gotta admit, on camera, the new studio looks strikingly similar to the old studio.
A little bit.
However, they can't see the rest of the room, which is way bigger
It's huge.
and has a
Well,
skylight.
if there were a thing that, like, if I could find an even wider angle camera,
Yeah?
then they might actually be able to see the shelves and Chuck. But really, I mean, I'm thinking they'd probably rather see the shelves.
It would be nice to see the shelves.
Oh, we jest.
Oh, what a jape. A prime canard, sir. LOL.
Indubitably.
I am ruffling all over the place right now.
Ruffle.
Ruffle flying machines.
Ruffle-double-dribble.
A mighty chortle issues forth.
That's so good.
Cool, now I can't see the chat. That's awesome.
Hey! Turn your sound off, you fucking amateur.
Turn your radio down, caller.
I turned it all on to test the sound earlier, so fuck off.
No. I shall not fornicate in the opposite direction.
Yes.
What jocularity.
Can I just not see the chat because no one else is chatting? Is that what, somebody else chat?
No, there's chatting aplenty.
Is there?
I don't see any chats at all.
Forsooth.
Zero chat.
Thou needest a refresh.
Yeah.
Fifth thy five.
Oh, like a tornado!
Precisely. Like a cyclone, my good lad. No.
Yeah, the chat's kind of not showing up.
Yeah, no, there's
Chat
no
is showing up for me. I'm chatterific.
Where is the
You will be
chat?
Sir Chatter of Nottingham.
Aha. Aha. Look upon my moving picture slate.
Yeah, mine is auto closing the chat. That's very not cool.
Tell it to not
YouTube.
do that, YouTube.
There it is.
All right, cool. I just go to a different browser.
You ain't got no chat?
Forsooth.
Maybe the Googles can fix it.
Okay. BMFcast, chat, window.
YouTube.com
tornado.
and whatever we are. Cast.
Go figure. The one time I was trying not to make any sound is the
Yeah.
one time where it didn't matter anyway.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
job, mime.
You know,
Mime.
a mime is a terrible thing to waste.
Actually, no. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, well, that confirms it. Yep.
OMG.
Why don't you add a moderator?
All right.
And then add yourself as moderator.
Oh, you'd
No.
have to approve every single thing that comes through then.
Yeah, no.
right now he's got nothing.
Well,
That's
things
awesome.
are coming through.
Well,
It's
just keep
not
hitting
on his-
reload. Just keep hitting reload. Just Control R. Just get that typing on. Oh, whoop! I just sent someone a direct message on Twitter by accident. Oh, I can block.
Oh,
them.
hey.
There it
Hey.
is.
Give it enough time. On a long enough timeline, everyone's chat eventually appears.
Does.
Okay.
Is Bruce Campbell in the chat?
I don't think so.
Is Ernie Hudson in the chat?
Are any of you either of those people?
Is LQ Jones in the chat?
LQ Jones has not been seen in quite some time.
Really?
Yes.
Is he
Did he turn invisible?
Nope.
rung down the curtain and joined the choir invisible?
No.
No.
No. He just has not worked.
Man should work.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
He should do work.
All right, so we ready to podcast?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing here.
Tornado.
Tornado! Tornado!
Fucking A. I shall retweet our tweet that was a retweet of the previous tweet.
Thank you, PJ. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Very good. Very good, sir.
Shoot for the moon, sir.
Hey, man.
Even if you miss, you'll
You
make a
never know.
spectacular crater.
It's true. You never know.
Never know unless you ask.
That's
Right.
true. I've communicated with Bruce Campbell on the internet in the past.
I have to.
What?
I did an online interview with him. He was a nice man.
He responded to a message I posted on Prodigy.
Whoa!
Man.
Old school Mike officially dropped.
Damn.
You have to wait for the mic to connect before you can
Yes.
drop.
Oh.
Like we did earlier.
So what do you say? Podcast?
I say podcast.
You're connecting way too fast.
When I say
the
podcast.
2400 bottom was like beep boop boop. Shh. You're done.
Had some
The
advanced
longer,
shit going.
the longer it went, the faster you went. Anyway, what do you say?
Cookies.
Sorry, I love my.
Oh, man. Give me one of those roofie
28.
cookies.
Yeah.
80 PBS.
You need to get on board this roofie train, my friend.
All aboard.
Yeah.
I'm moving the poster around because it's fun.
Can you make it spin like through the entire show? Just rotate around slowly.
Get a little under construction guy.
Yeah.
I'll just do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Just do that the whole time.
I can't figure out these animated gifs.
We'll just animate again.
Why does it look like?
Hey, wait, watch.
What is what?
Oh,
Looks like a movie.
I'm just giving people a preview of the other cameras. 'cause
What,
I
were
need
you,
to
what
change
looks like
something.
what?
It just looks like an old movie. Like
We do?
no, we look fine.
Oh,
the
yeah.
the poster for
We
Tornado.
look magnificent.
It is an old movie.
No, I mean an old movie.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
It's like 20 years old.
All right.
like 60
So-
years old.
Oh, well.
Do you think it's because of your better internet
Like
here
North
that
by
like,
Northwest or
the
something.
quality of the video on the stream right now looks way better than it did
We have a
prior?
much higher
Oh, yeah.
upload here.
I'm pretty sure people on my evil cable conglomerate that we not speak of are probably not torrenting things like all of my terrible neighbors were before.
Yeah.
Well, Pirate Bay did get taken down today, so
Oh,
But
yeah.
did it?
Yeah. It did. Like physically rated.
yeah.
Yeah.
How'd I miss that?
You're not plugged in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good thing it's not mid.
You didn't know about the Peter
Game of
Pan
Thrones
guy?
season.
Yeah.
Can you
yeah.
imagine?
Oh, man.
Internet would revolt.
People would care.
Yeah.
Fucking thieves.
How are people going to get the last episode of the newsroom?
I don't know. They
Pay
could,
for HBO.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Who the fuck does that aside from everyone in this room?
I don't pay for HBO, but I also don't
Care?
care. Yeah.
Stay classy, my friends.
I mean, I don't illegally download them either.
No,
so.
I know what you're saying. You just don't care.
I only illegally download cars.
Cars? Oh, you wouldn't download a car.
I would, and I do.
did you 3D print a car?
Yes, I would.
So, shall we make a podcast?
Sure.
Yes.
I asketh the gentleman.
Forsooth. All right. Proceed.
I vote in the affirmative.
Verily.
As soon as the orchestra's finished tuning up.
We've done this before. It's just it's a new place.
It is new.
It's not a new show.
You gotta switch
Whole
it around your mouth
podcast.
a little bit.
We did this fine last week. We did this just fine. Granted, it was midnight, but
Yeah, we didn't start till fucking 1:45 in the goddamn morning. That's when he finally hung up with Comcast.
oh no! Beep.
There goes our stream.
Whatever.
They're watching. Bruce Campbell and Ernie Hudson are not.
Hi, Bruce. Hi, Ernie. Welcome to our show.
Yeah.
We enjoy the both of you in many of your projects.
We do.
Sorry for
Somehow
what's
this
about
is
to
our
happen.
first Bruce Campbell movie.
Yeah.
I believe it. Yeah.
That's because he usually does good movies.
That's
Am
true.
I right?
Very true.
Oh yeah, you are.
Did I say
right.
good movies?
Oh, yeah.
I just realized when you switch the other cameras, they're going to be able to see behind Chuck and see into your hallway.
There's no hallway back there.
Now there's a closet behind you. This is the
Hallway of
craziest
Horrors.
place.
Careful, people will find us based on all these clues you're giving.
Wait, there are walls and doors. I know
Well, yeah, and
that
also the
place.
fact that people have said, "Hey, I want to send you something. Can
Yeah.
you give me an address?" Like,
And I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
There it is.
There you go.
"Oh man,
Yeah.
I hope people don't send stuff to the old address." That
Oh,
was
yeah,
just a
stop
fucking
that.
pile of cinders.
Well,
there
I've got mail forwarding right now.
Yeah, he's forwarding his mail.
So I mean,
he put
they'll,
up his
they'll
out
be
of
like,
office.
well, obviously we're not delivering to this pile of ashes, so let's
Yeah.
take it over here.
yeah, Because we burned it to the ground.
That's fun.
Actually, law enforcement, we did not burn it to the ground.
They didn't, but I did.
If it did, at later date, it wasn't us.
It was the bank.
I
'Cause
took
they
out $1 million insurance
They
policy
stand
on it
to
and
benefit.
burned
What?
it to the ground.
You can't do that.
Yeah, of course I
That
can.
house had a pre-existing condition.
thanks Obama.
No, yeah, but with Obamacare, no pre-existing conditions.
That's right,
anymore.
yeah. So we got $1 million.
the hell are we talking about? Are we doing a podcast?
Insurance fraud. Jesus, get with the program.
Yeah.
This is the podcast now.
Obamacare
This
has made
is the
it
new
so
podcast.
easy to insurance
Right,
fraud now.
right. Lizard men.
This is Obama's
Illuminati.
America.
Yes,
Chemtrails.
right?
Yeah, chemtrails are.
It's all in the back of the dollar bill. Just look at it.
Yeah, it's
Dollar bill is trying to tell us something.
yeah.
This fillet of fish is strong.
Oh
Tells
man.
me it's delicious. And I
Just
should
a
put
quick
it in my
question.
mouth.
Yeah.
I have 210.3 megs worth of updates for this computer. Should I start them now or wait?
Oh, you should totally do it now because it's just going to go like that.
What's your
Oh,
connection
I would
speed?
I would love you to do it right now so that you're also then going clackety clack 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 in the middle of the show, logging everything back on. That would be the best.
Why don't you do it at halftime?
Yeah, halftime.
All right, sir. Someone needs to patch his tire.
No, we didn't burn.
No, we're
his house
just
didn't get burnt
joking.
down.
No.
We burned his house
We
down.
posted a
we
video of a
didn't-
missile hitting it.
Yeah.
It was
Insurance
that was some
fraud.
clever trickery. See,
Yeah.
the Garfield phone's still here.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's that clever
Nothing
app from like
burned
3 years ago.
down.
Still here.
Yeah, still there.
Nothing
Hey,
burned down. We just
Easy there. Take it easy
we
with the
just
merchandise, sir.
abandoned, we abandoned ship on the place.
Yeah. Man overboard.
because
that's what we do.
if we had stayed there longer, we might have died.
We're like podcast locusts.
Uh-huh.
Plocusts. We move into
Think
a
of
place.
us when you look to the night sky.
What?
Somebody, just like his Weird Al joke, somebody will get that.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Well, no one's going to berate you for it, though.
Yeah, they won't. I didn't do it in the middle of the episode and bring it to a screeching halt.
I figured you guys would have seen a major motion picture called The Naked Gun.
No, but
Oh, I
wasn't
saw
even,
it.
that wasn't even the first one, was it? Was it the first one?
Yeah.
The only joke I remember from that is when he's searching the desk and he goes bingo, and then he pulls up a bingo card.
I remember.
That's the only joke I remember from that.
I remember
entire
Nice Beaver.
movie.
Thanks. I just said it.
Yeah, there's that one, and then the rest of it is just throwaway jokes, except for the Weird Al one. I
And
guess.
O.J. Simpson
but-
getting pushed down down the stairs at the stadium in a wheelchair, and then he murders his wife,
Yeah.
and then the movie's over. So podcast,
Right. Yes.
All right.
Anyway, yeah.
I am ready.
It's been 10 minutes since
somebody-
we first started trying to do this.
This is all of our new show
Yeah, our-
outtake thing.
This is all. Yes.
all-
This is.
This is the beginning of that.
I
This
hope
is the
you've enjoyed our
foundations.
inaugural episode of that. Because it's great.
Yeah.
Are you recording?
Oh shit! I'm kidding. It's a
Well,
joke.
with this new high quality stream, it wouldn't matter.
Yes,
That's right.
That's right. Kidding.
All right, let's
Get
let's
all
do-
the D's. Ready? I'll clap for you. Ready? Clapping for you.
Clap for me.
I can't finish if you're not clapping. Oh, that's it, right there. Faster, faster.
You're doing so good. Really, you're the best. Keep up. Keep up
Just
the
turn yourself down, Chuck. You just turn yourself
Yeah,
all
I did.
down. Yeah.
I believe in fairies now.
Cleanse.
Are you done? Mouth sounds.
Somebody once told me.
Why do we let him in here?
Roll me.
Remember 10 minutes ago when he wouldn't say anything? That was a good time, wasn't it?
God damn it.
Somebody once told me.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, I'm done. Honest, I'm done. I'm ready.
Man, you're fucking. That's your fucking fault again. You noisy piece of shit.
Chuck, turn around. Look, Chuck.
What?
On the ball. Be on the ball, man.
Look into my eyes, Chuck. I'll bring you through this. We'll make it. We'll get this going.
I'll be your guide. Come on,
Just
Chuck.
you and me.
Spirit guide.
Fucking ready.
Just look into my eyes.
All right, good. All the comedy's out.
Serious podcast.
Yeah.
Whew.
All right, we'll go to the BMFcast.
Hey, BMFcast.
Episode 253.
Man, that's a lot of episodes.
All the
Not
numbers.
unlike the Nintendo.
So I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
And I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of the BMFcast is we go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie. We come in here and talk about it for the first half. Then we rate them. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. They get 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks.
Yay!
Hooray.
All right.
And the bad movies. And stay away, they get a negative sliding scale. 1 to 5 bags. Some douchebags after Twilight. Boo. Boo. So,
Yeah? Did we watch a movie this week?
we watched a TV movie.
Ooh, that was a bad idea.
Sort of, yeah. 1996's Tornado.
Tornado!
That's Tornado with an exclamation point.
Right.
For those of you playing the
That's-
home game.
Some emphasis on the syllables.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we looked for a lot of tornado movies. Because we were in a tornado-y mood.
I was in a tornado.
Were basically all of them TV movies
well, okay.
that weren't Twister.
Somehow we got led to like Casper Van Dien made a pair of tornado movies, and I just searched Twitter or IMDb keyword tornado, and I saw like 300 mile per hour storm or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, whatever, Casper Van Dien, yeah. Then he made one called Christmas Twister, and I was like, perfect,
Yeah.
that's what we need. And I was like, this sounds like a great idea. And Chuck's like, I don't know, TV movie. And then he was like, what about this other TV movie? Yeah.
Called Tornado.
Which was, cashing in on, it was, the mockbuster of Twister.
Yeah.
Came out like a week before or something like that.
Something like
Plus
that.
had Bruce Campbell, had Ernie Hudson. It was written by John Logan, who would go on to write Gladiator, Hugo, Skyfall, Star Trek Nemesis.
Yeah.
All kinds of great movies.
There was a chance it might be well written.
And so we were just like, wow, this is a thing. We should probably watch this. So we did. Well, let's get a plot summary. Talk more about it, right?
All right.
BJ requested that the plot summary come back.
Yes.
Okay, so here it is.
I like the plot summary.
An accountant sent to produce an evaluation of a tornado research project, and the scientists running the project pursue tornadoes and each other.
Aw.
And they're about to find out.
Yeah. Ooh, TV movie.
TV movie.
So credits happen around. There's a family.
There's a cold open.
Hey, it's a cold open. Family cooking dinner. Mom. No. Well, okay. Mom's doing dishes.
Yeah.
Kids are sitting at the table.
Playing a board game.
Sure.
Gaming.
Yeah.
Gaming.
Gaming.
Yeah.
Okay. Tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
And tornado just comes out of nowhere, starts blowing in the windows, and they run down to the basement, and then it's like, I think you hear like the door fly open, and it's like boom, obviously first commercial break or something like that. And then
Cut to black.
cut to black, and it's like, what the hell happened? And then it's just like, they don't matter. Let's do some credits. I mean,
Yeah?
because we'd never find out what the deal with what.
No, they come outside.
Do they?
Yeah, they see the house that the painting of the house that they were in is wrecked.
Oh, that's right.
And
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
right. They were
suitcase
fine.
and
They
an
were
iron
fine.
in the front yard,
Somebody
and they're like, "Oh
punched
no!"
the Monet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, she
Yeah, they were fine.
she was very determined to keep washing her dishes.
Yes.
The storm noises outside were not going to bother her until the very last minute.
Right.
But yeah, then tornado.
Yeah.
Tornado.
And then basically we are the lady, the accountant in
We
question.
are the lady.
Sam, the accountant lady, come in from DC, who's basically there to shut down the project because they haven't produced any results. It's just landed as meets Ernie Hudson.
And she's played by Shannon Sturgis.
Uh-huh.
A
who is
BMFcast
a
alum.
BMFcast alum.
Of one of the best BMFcast movies.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No. Convict 762.
Yep.
Hey, remember that, Jim?
I remember nothing about Convict 762. Absolutely nothing.
There was space, I think.
Yes. It was in space.
Yeah.
And there were space ladies.
Yeah.
And there was one character so inept we figured she was secretly a bad guy.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it her?
No.
Okay. I don't remember who she
Well,
was.
she was our heroine of the movie, right?
Yeah.
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 She had
Anyway.
sex with the bad guy.
Oh, that's right.
And then realized he was a bad guy.
Okay.
Mid-sex.
Wow,
you
you
do.
remember a lot about Convict 762.
It's a curse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes a blessing,
yeah.
but usually a curse.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Considering what we do.
she's landing. Ernie Hudson's standing there with a sign for her, S. Callan or whatever her name is, and
Also, BMFcast alum.
yeah, obviously yes.
BMFcast alum S. Callan.
Yes.
Leviathan?
Yes.
Scallon?
Scallon.
Scallon.
Scalen.
Scallon.
And she's like, "Oh, good. You must be here to take me to so and so, Doctor So and so." And he's like, "I am Doctor So." And she's like, "Oh, awkward."
Womp womp.
Oh, I'm a racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, basically. And then and then like out of nowhere, Bruce Campbell comes up and is like, "Hey, lady, I'm Texan. Let me get your bags."
Yeah. Cole, or what's his name? Something Thorne.
Jake Thorne.
Jake Thorne. Private Eye.
And I don't know, just banter, or it's like he's very confrontational with her at first, just like, here to shut us down. Yeah.
Which, yes.
That's uncanny, Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean they banter for a while. And he's just
They
not
banter for like 3 commercial breaks.
Yeah. He's not being very friendly towards her. You
No.
know, when everyone knows that she's there to basically try to shut them down.
Yeah.
He's not currying any favors here.
Right.
So, I don't know. They get in the car, they go home, and it's to this ranch house.
Yep.
LQ Jones is there.
Yes.
BMFcast alum.
Huge BMFcast
Yeah,
alum.
multiple time BMFcast alum LQ Jones from
Bulletproof.
Lone Wolf McQuaid.
Yep.
Yep.
And that other one.
Other things. Yep.
Oh, you're going to make me look it up again.
There was one
we
other
did
one.
look it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's at least one.
There were
other
like
one.
4 of them.
Yeah.
Well, no, there are 3.
Route 666.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
right.
one.
Sheriff
you
Bob
want-
Conaway from Route 666.
Yeah.
If you want some really like gloriously terrible old white man hair, just do a Google image search for him. He's some of the best.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about watching Time Rider: The Adventure of Lynn Swan, but we haven't gotten there yet. Anywho, so yeah, he's there. He's hanging out on the ranch, and he's the guy that's like just there the whole movie, going like, science.
Right.
You gotta
think-
feel that tornado.
Yeah. You think that thingamabob's going to do the what's it's.
All I need is my barometer,
Yeah.
which is science.
Yes.
And
You gotta nuzzle up to the tornado's nutsack and
yeah.
smooch it on the inside of the thigh.
All I need is this instrument created by man
Right.
that measures pressure and
I don't need no
stuff.
science. I just need this instrument of science.
But yeah,
I like only the old science,
Yeah.
not none of that newfangled science.
And Ernie Hudson's like, like 10,000 Americans have died in
right.
the last year. And
well, this I think I forgot to mention, like, this movie, the cold open is like global warming, bad, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like stuff's getting bad out there, right? Like hurricanes and stuff.
And then like when they're in the car, I mean, it's immediately like, temperatures in Antarctica went above freezing. There were plants on the ice caps, you
Yep.
know, because it's bad.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not a rumor. It's fact.
Fact.
Science.
People have seen it.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell was there.
Yep.
He saw it.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, and she's just very uppity at first. She's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to be here. Where's the hotel?" And he's like, 30 miles away." She's like, "Oh, I guess I'm staying here."
Yeah, but she's a good sport. 'Cause
In this pleasant, well, like from the second like she walks inside, it's like she becomes a different person.
Well, yeah, because she goes inside and immediately puts on the most cliched country outfit.
Well, she's
ever.
walking around the house, and it's just like, oh, this is actually like home.
Yeah.
I like this because we find out she's not really from DC; she's from Indiana. It's like
It looks like she's kind of like
country girl, I guess.
just snooping around.
Oh,
I don't know why they needed her to snoop around.
Well, they needed us to see stuff in the house.
Yeah.
So we had to watch her look at stuff.
establishing the set.
Yeah.
Harumph.
Yes, her rumph indeed.
But yeah,
Didn't know any of that
then
crap.
she comes out wearing the like, I don't actually belong in Texas, but I went to the Texas RS store and
Yeah, it's
bought.
like got the denim
Yeah.
skirt.
Yeah.
You got the
fringe.
denim. Yeah, the fringe jacket.
Yeah.
Or the fringe vest.
and,
yes.
and the boots. The boots on the long denim skirt. That's
Yeah.
the best.
Man, everybody loves a long denim skirt.
It's like she went to Reba McEntire's thrift shop and
Yeah.
picked out something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60 of those across Texas. Reba McIntyre's thrift shop.
Just hunted a wild Reba McEntire. and took its clothing.
Skinned it and made a pool
I'm
skirt
Reba.
out of it.
Bang.
Now I'm one of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, just like from this point on, she's a much friendlier person. It's just like, all right, well, I guess I should get to know.
Is she?
Well, she's like, I guess I should get to know this science stuff. Tell me about what you do.
Yes.
I guess I should learn something before shutting your ass down.
She's basically audience cipher. She's just
Right.
like, tell me what the stupid thing is you've built to hunt tornadoes or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, Bruce Campbell's also taking a turn because now it's like, I'm going to hit on you, lady.
He kind of takes it even farther than that. He kind of like is just told everyone except for her that she belongs to him now.
Yeah, because they're like, well, they're around and expositioning the device that they've created, which is basically Dorothy from Twister, but it's not. It's stationary.
Yeah.
And this one's called, they said it a billion times. Patty.
Which is Ernie Hudson's wife.
It's an acronym for something tornado.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah.
The patriarchal admin titty twister incorporated.
Yes,
we're doing.
Well, it is patriarchal because the tornado hates, gender stereotypes.
Yeah,
It's
very
like
much
if
so.
women are doing dishes in the kitchen, it's like, I'm going to mow your house down.
Yep. You get to the basement.
happens
when I
twice
tell
in
you
this
to.
movie.
Yes. Women just determined to finish the dishes.
I must finish the dishes. But yeah,
Yeah, so they've got a device.
Yeah.
Ernie Hudson's very proud of it.
this one doesn't have little things that are going to fly up. It just it
They bolt
shoots-
it to the ground.
It bolts to the ground. But they explain
Slightly
all
more
this.
realistic.
It'll just measure shit.
Yeah.
just it doesn't turn into product
So-
placement city.
but
where
it's got weather
It's only
instruments
Pepsi cans.
Yeah. But the day they're basically like, yeah, no storm's coming. All right, let's hit the bar.
Yeah, they go to the chicken ranch or the
They do not go to a whorehouse.
Jimmy Jacks.
okay,
Jimmy
fine.
Jack's, there you
Yeah, go to the Roadhouse.
Yes, hang out with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Yes, at Jimmy Jack's. Yeah, so they go there, and we're about 30 minutes into the movie now, and it's just like, we're in a country bar, and you need to loosen up, and here's Tex and his woman, who are just the biggest fucking cliches ever, and they're just boot scooting all over the place, and here's Carrie Elways to come over and be a douche for some reason.
Not actually Carrie Elwes.
No, it's
He's
Carrie
just the
Elways
same.
type guy comes over. It's
Well,
just like,
because you have to have that guy
Oh,
in
yeah.
a tornado movie because like a tornado is not a good villain.
no, it is
So
not.
you always have to have.
It is a
you have to
bad-
have the one guy who's just an unreasonable douche
Yeah.
because he's the unreasonable douche.
Right.
You know.
And he's like, hey.
But he and Bruce Campbell have history.
Yes, they do. They went to high school.
buddies back when they were kids,
Yeah.
and
Competitors,
now
it sounded like.
They've gone
Yeah.
separate directions in their careers.
and now he's just a weatherman, but
Yeah.
he's a big shot weatherman.
he's waiting for a call from the network, because in the 90s, every reporter was waiting for that call from the
God.
network, because there were so many network jobs. Because all the network guys would burn out after 2 weeks, and then you need a new network guy.
Well, they threaten to shoot themselves in there and then do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But so they all just start hitting on her. Like, he comes over, just like, well, I haven't seen you in the titty twister. What's going on, lady? And and Bruce
Jimmy
is,
John's. They went to Jimmy John's.
Right,
They got
I'm
some
sorry.
Subs, okay.
Bruce is like, well, she's my lady, so step off, guy.
Yeah, well, he's like, let me take you to this place where we have research things and all these official equipment for the National Weather Service.
Yes, let me take you to this place.
And and Bruce Campbell's like, well, her dance card's kind of full. And she's like, no, I'd love to go. He's like, well, so...
No, what she means is her dance card's full.
Well, I don't know. Okay, that's cool. What about tonight? What you doing? And he's like, Mister, I think your dance card's pretty full. And that's when she's like, yes, it is.
Oh, he's really selling that dance card line.
How
Oh,
would
yeah.
you like to dance? And then she turns to Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
So blows off Carrie Elwes.
So that terrible, gender domination thing going on is rewarded immediately by with a dance, and they get out there and steal other people's drinks. And
Yeah.
he's like, so, you drink much tequila back there in Washington, D.C.? And she's like, no, we just drink wine, He's like, okay, well, guess what? Tomorrow morning, something's going to happen. It's like, wait, what did he just threaten her with? But then she just wakes up in her big, stupid country bed, looking like the worst hungover person in the world.
Yeah, but Bruce Campbell does not take advantage of her.
No. He just spies on her when she's putting on clothes and stuff in the hall.
Watches her sleep. Hey, it worked for that dude in Twilight.
Yeah, I guess it did, didn't it? Yeah.
No.
They have breakfast and shit happens, and
Yeah, then they get like
we're an hour in at this point.
Well,
and
they're like, okay, now there's a tornado coming, so they load up all the gear and go racing out in the middle of nowhere, and
All right.
they have a lady with a dachshund. She has a pet dachshund,
That's
a
true.
long-haired dachshund, and
Yep.
she's like one of their weather prognosticators.
she knows a thing or two.
Yeah.
She feels it in her bones.
Yeah, so like they're always calling her / these other people, and like they have lookouts all over Texas, I guess.
And they go over to Texas house and like have a meal with them.
Well, that's later, but first they go out to chase the storm. They go out in the middle of nowhere, like are getting ready to plant patty in the ground, and then like they see the tornado and they're right there in the path, and then it's like dissipates. And And they're like, oh, well.
Oh,
okay,
we fucked up.
False alarm.
Yeah.
All right, well.
If only we'd have listened to.
Yeah, and then they're basically like, oh, let's go to dinner because you need to eat. And
Yeah.
so, they go to Texas house. And it's really just, it's like fodder for the movie of like, hey, I guess we should introduce some more people so that when we put random people in peril, maybe they won't be quite so random.
Yeah, but the
'Cause,
people
like-
they introduce are rarely in peril. It's the people in peril are people we don't even know.
Right. Well, I just mean like they show these people and they have a little girl and she has I don't know, it's not even a tree house. It's like a tree platform.
Yeah,
It's like 10 feet
5
up.
feet
She
up
says
in the
it's
air.
like the best climbing tree in
Yeah.
Brockton County, and it's like she's like 6 feet up the tree. It's a bullshit climbing.
Yeah.
That's my issue with this movie. Is
Yeah.
this bullshit
we
climbing
were all
tree?
we were all in agreement there. At least
Yeah.
we were
Yes.
like, "This is the best tree you got,
Yeah,
kid.
pretty shitty.
You need to get
reevaluate your fucking
you
tree
need
standards.
to get the
Yeah.
fuck out of Texas.
Right.
But yeah, it's
You've
just,
got better trees everywhere else."
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, I guess, was that Texas parents or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So like, hey, here's his parents and his sister, I guess, or something. And
Or it was her
niece.
family. I don't know.
Somebody's family, but it's just like, hey, here's another family and they have a kid, so we should probably sort of care about them too, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like,
She basically is like, all right, I've seen enough. You're not going to catch a tornado. I'm out of here.
yeah, take me to the airport.
Yeah, and like they're at the airport, and she's about to get on the plane. Now they're fighting again, and get a call from the weather service like, big tornado coming in. Please hurry.
Please respond.
Yeah, please retweet.
Yeah.
Re-tornado.
Yes. And he's like, well, I'm going to go chase this tornado. You can stay here and die in a plane crash if you want. She's like, no, I want to chase tornado.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
So they drive off to chase the tornado.
Yeah, and they watch one, and like the weather service is on the line with Bruce Campbell because he's like they've called it way wrong. They've got it hitting like
Yeah,
50 miles east or something like that.
The Doppler,
Yes.
which they spent 10 minutes talking about in one
Oh
scene.
man.
Oh, they actually had like an advert for Doppler in the
Yes.
middle of the movie. Like the people
They-
come in
they
and
go
they're
to
like, "Well,"
They do like a
like the newsroom walkthrough.
the news. Yeah, the
like
news
local
goes to
newsroom.
the National Weather Service, and
Right.
they're like, oh, we got a Doppler 5, a Doppler 6, a Doppler, an upside down Doppler, inverted Doppler, and
Yeah.
twice Doppler.
We should have done a Doppler drinking game during.
We'd be
this thing.
fucking dead.
Dead.
Well, just in that one section though. Well, no, there was
No,
Doppler
they
comes up
fucking
again.
mentioned
a couple
Doppler
other
a lot.
Dopplers. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is all basically like, we don't have to rely on Oklahoma anymore because now we got Texas Doppler.
Now we got a Doppler in Amarillo.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
this really was during like the mid '90s when every local TV station was like, "It's Doppler war, man.
yeah,
you
you gotta have the
choose a
best
Doppler
Oh
side."
god, the Doppler wars. I lost so many
They
friends.
were
Yeah,
just as bad
Somebody-
as the Cola Wars. They were just like,
Somebody's got double Doppler. Well, you know what? We got triple Doppler.
Doppler war never changes.
We got number one Doppler.
Yeah, it does. It goes.
World's best Doppler.
yes.
Ultra Doppler.
Sounds
Yeah,
really
that'll work on mono.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's...
But this comes off as a like literally like the TV movies, like the local stations were like, hey, if we're gonna run this,
Yeah.
you gotta like
Why don't you sell our
you gotta hype us some Doppler.
You got to sex up the Doppler.
yeah.
Give me some
the
sloppy
affiliates.
Doppler.
It's illegal in 37 states.
We really need some hot Doppler action.
But so they have this advert that like, but now the weather service is calling Bruce Campbell because like he's standing there, he's looking at the tornado, and they're like, "Where's it going to go, Bruce?
Yeah.
Where's it going to go?" And he's like, "It's turning right."
Yeah.
They're like, "All right, put out the alert and everything." And then she's like, "Wait, no, it's turned. It's going back the other way."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Mother of God."
Yeah. And he's like, reverse the blast and take the thing and tell the people, and
Invert the tachyon pulse.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like it's too late. It's like it's going to hit Texas town.
Rosetown or Roseburg or some shit. But
Rosebud.
yeah, it's just this shitty neighborhood with just everyone standing out in the street getting hit with planks of wood and trying to rescue bicycles and shit.
Yeah, the one guy tries to pick up the kid, and then like who's trying to pick up a big wheel, and
Yeah.
then they
They
both
both-
just stomp
Oh,
right
yeah.
on that big wheel and fall on their
Yeah,
faces.
they eat it.
And this is where the other lady is just so determined to finish the dishes. And
Yeah.
and they're just like, well, the weather alert didn't say anything about that tornado that's outside, so I'm not doing shit. I'm just going to finish these dishes. And then-
And the tree comes through the window.
yeah, it's like, oh, well, I guess it's a tornado then.
And then it's like 15 minutes of like depressing ass shit because it's like the aftermath of a tornado
Yeah.
with the wailing and gnashing of teeth involved because everyone's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
my kids, have you seen my wife?
It's children crying and just
me."
bloody people everywhere. And Bruce Campbell's like, wow, I murdered this town.
It's like, now do you see?
yeah.
Do you see what happens when you don't predict where a tornado's coming, Donnie?
Yep.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it's just, it goes on and on. Like the Red Cross comes and, yeah.
Yeah, and
it's
TV
just-
guy shows up. Is like, people want to see this. It turns into a
he's
little
doing, like,
tiny
an interview.
Yeah, it just turns into the bullshit little tiny news diatribe of it's like, this is what the people want. And Bruce is like, you don't know what the people want. The people call for help. It's just,
it's
cliched bullshit.
Yep.
like
yeah.
most of this
But
movie.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell punches Harry Elwes news guy in the face.
Yeah, he
and
does.
says something like, "You better fix your hair.
Yeah.
It's pretty messed up." And
Sick burn.
yeah.
that's why he was going to grow all that aloe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was going to retire and grow soy and aloe.
Yeah, everyone reading the script was like, I bet that guy gets nominated for Oscars
Yeah.
one day.
That guy's got it.
That guy's going to write Gladiator, isn't he?
This shit is gold. That guy can write a 10-minute Doppler
What
commercial
we
like
write
no
in TV
one.
movies echoes in eternity. I think the top NBA player will tattoo this to his face.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So.
Yeah, so there's depressing shit.
Mm-hmm. They go back home, I guess, after
And
a
she,
long ass time.
Yeah, and she kind of waffles on the whole, like, well, she was supposed to leave one day, and they keep trying to call the house. They're like, lady.
Yeah. Cancel the fucking project.
Yeah, why are you out there still?
Yeah.
But she kind of has a change of heart.
Yeah. She's like, let's kill this tornado.
Mm-hmm.
Because LQ Jones is just like,
Oh, he's got in a couple monologues. He's just like at one point he's
hung out with Ernie Hudson while Ernie Hudson was
Right.
doing his sciencey stuff.
Ernie Hudson catches him like staring at the Patty device.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Oh, hey,
yeah.
science, fuck science." And like he's like, "Well, lots of people die from this every year, and if this even saves one, I consider it worth it."
Yeah.
Because the early warning is what we need, and he's just like, "Science ain't gonna save you. Tornado's the devil. It's got a devil's heart.
He's got no soul.
No soul."
I do appreciate that they gave the Tex character that one monologue where he's making fun of him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
midway through the movie. And
Yes.
he actually does a really good impersonation
Yeah,
of
he
it.
does. He was like, "What was up with your granddad there, Bruce Campbell?" We came out and I was like, "Tornadoes ain't got no soul, and tornado killed my wife." And
Tornado goes to the grocery store, makes pancakes, has raspberry dressing.
Yeah, it's like, what? Where's this riff going,
know.
Tex?
Yeah, just riff on it for a while.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
But LQ Jones is basically like, science ain't going to stop it. Technology ain't going to stop it. The only thing that'll stop a tornado is flesh and blood. And we're like, what? No, that's the last tornado. Fucking ripped that apart instantly.
Hasn't been working.
Yeah, no. Since the dawn of time, tornadoes have been kicking flesh and blood's ass.
Tornadoes, 3,000, 57,000 to 0.
Yeah,
They're the Washington Generals.
yeah.
Yeah, here's a hint. Tornadoes are the Globetrotters. We're the Washington
Yeah.
Generals.
So why don't we launch a computer into it and see
Yeah.
what happens? Okay,
Let's
LQ
just give it
Jones.
a
Here's a
fucking
hint.
shot. Man.
If we're going to win, we got to cheat.
Yeah,
We
Yep.
got to cheat, guys.
yeah. We got to inject it with a virus.
Oh, we're gonna upload a virus
Yes,
to
we're
the
gonna
tornado.
upload a virus to the tornado.
So we're gonna steal one of the tornado's crafts.
We got to
Yep.
give the tornado a cold.
I'm
steal-
sure it'll be Mac compatible.
We steal the tiny tornado.
like a
And
dust
then-
devil.
Yes, and then spin it off back into the big
They
tornado.
have homing. That's how they.
Yeah.
Have you seen them merge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homing tornado is now the most frightening thing that I can
Yeah.
conceive of.
Yeah, it would be pretty bad.
Homing fire tornado. Never mind.
Okay.
Metal
But yeah,
tornado.
they every speech of his is very like kind of Yoda-ish,
Yeah.
partly, but also just kind of complete bullshit.
Sure.
Use the computers. You must not. You fucking idiot.
Yeah,
It's
but
like all this fortune cookie bullshit.
It
that you're
is,
just
but-
like, guy, you're talking a lot and you're not saying a goddamn thing.
it almost flips though and becomes legitimately entertaining at some point though, because when he's in the house like leaning up against a door frame and the camera is zooming in on him as he is just like, yeah, I predicted where that tornado's gonna be, and I'm fucking Yoda,
Well, yeah,
and I'm
because
a wizard. And
Yeah, because the night that she's like, basically, all right, seriously, I have to leave and
Yeah.
I got to shut the shit down because you guys are just, you're running around doing nothing. She goes downstairs to play checkers with him.
Yeah. Which is just the ultimate thrill of this dude's life, right?
Yeah.
He's just like, hoo-wee, this is a good time, and you
Girl
gotta
in her
crown me, and
pajamas.
oh, yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, he gets a really good grunt in, like when she actually crowns him.
Oh,
in
yeah.
He
checkers.
asked like
He's
4 different people. Do you play checkers?
Yeah, he's just
checkers.
Well, because the Bruce Campbell has abandoned a game with him, which
Oh.
apparently was only about 2 moves in by the look of the playfield when they get to it, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he gives her like the ultimate. He's just like, it's never gonna work. Because you got to have the heart for it, and you got to know.
You got to know how to battle the thing when it ain't got no soul, and it's the devil spawn, and
Yeah. But then, she's like, all right, well, good night.
Yeah.
Thanks for the checker game.
yeah, and the spooky speech.
Yeah. And then he goes over to the tornado board where they've been marking everything, and then he's
They
like,
have a strategy board.
and suddenly it's like he has some country folk revelation to himself, and he's like, that's it. And he moves the pin
Yes.
somewhere else, like no explanation or anything. He's
No.
just like, I'm feeling it in my bones.
Yeah.
Storm's coming. I can feel it in me bones.
He just moves it because then, like, the next
He
day,
probably
they're-
consulted his barometer.
yeah, well, probably,
yeah.
but yeah, because like the next day, they're all standing around like, who the hell moved this pin?
Because
Because it's-
earlier he had consulted his barometer.
yeah,
Had a couple of bit of drinking on, and he was like,
Yeah.
I can feel this.
The whiskey's in my bones, and it tells me there's a tornado also in my bones. There's also cancer in my bones.
Straight down to the marrow.
but yeah, like the next day, they're all standing around the map, just like,
Yeah.
someone moved this pin, and it's
Who
100%
moved
accurate.
my pin?
Yeah, it's just what that
And that's when they give him the speech where
Yeah.
they push in on him. And
Yeah.
He's like, I moved that pin.
because I think like a tornado.
I am a tornado.
A
Call
Texas
me
tornado.
Grandpa Tornado, Grandpa Nado.
I watched you take my wife, and now I'm back for revenge.
I was in Granados.
I'm gonna kill that tornado with my bare hands
Rip out its tornado heart.
and punch it in the tornado dick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much
so-
all that. Yeah.
But basically, it basically ends up just like, well, what does this mean? And they just sort of push it on Bruce Campbell. And he's like, it's coming straight for us.
well, she's like, do we have to go chase it? He's like, no need. It's coming right for us.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, commercial break.
yeah. So then it's just like, well, let's just plant Patty right here in the front yard because it's coming right for us. And of course, they're like,
And same thing he said about his wife.
well, okay.
Is Ernie Hudson's wife
I
dead?
don't know. But where is she?
I've been wondering that.
Yeah.
She's back in a real city.
Ernie, if you're listening in, give us a call 9105-BMF.
Where's the backstory on
yes.
on your
What
wife?
happened to your character's wife?
Tell us about your wife.
So they plant this thing like in the mud, and it's supposed to be stabilized by these explosive bolt things that are supposed to plant it into the ground.
Yes.
But
Of course, 3 out of 4 fire.
yes.
But not the last one.
Yeah.
Thing is,
Meanwhile, this thing is-
why didn't they fire it before the tornado got there?
But
Because it had to be sure. Apparently, it was a big deal to fire. I mean, I would assume it's hard to pull up if it.
Yeah.
you know,
once you fight, that's it. It's one shot. You can't. There's once it's
Wait,
in the
like-
earth, you can't
like forever. Like
Yeah.
one
Yep.
time
It's
use.
there forever.
Just
now.
like his wife, it's planted in the yard forever.
Yeah.
It's all one time use patty. And
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's one shot. But yeah, 3 of the 4
like
legs.
an Eminem song.
Dun, dun, dun.
3 of the 4 legs go in. I don't know how they stay fastened.
Did they
to
shoot
the dirt.
8 miles into the ground?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
that's how far it went.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's already gone too far.
And 1 didn't go, but for some reason, 3 of them is not steady enough. So Ernie Hudson is just like, get me a thing and another thing and a hammer, and I'm going to stand here and fix it. And just, Grandpa keeps just looking at it like, I'm going to go Pa Kent myself over there and just I'm just going to stand there and
Stare it down.
fix this thing. But before that happens, there's a whole bunch of people running into shelters that are badly equipped for what appears to be the deadliest place in the country for tornadoes. You would think they would have more than, cardboard doors and shit for
Yeah,
their...
because the storm that hit earlier was an F5,
Yeah.
which, as we know from Twister, is the worst possible storm.
I thought this was the F5. I thought
No, the first one they hit, he's like, that's probably an F5. And it hits, and she goes, well, if that was a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, what is this one? And he goes,
Oh, right.
it's a 15.
Yeah, that's her not understanding.
Well, it's also him not helping her understand by saying whatever. But
So this one apparently is 3 times worse than an F5.
well, there's that one very bad shot of 3 blobby things conforming on each other
Okay.
to
those
make
3 F5s
Yeah.
converging.
to make a 15.
Sure.
So
That's
that
how it
would be
works.
math.
Yes,
Okay.
that's how it works.
There were 3 homing twisters.
Yeah, they all
Okay.
spun
Yeah.
around together.
All right, now I understand.
Yeah,
But either way, yes. It's like the worst storm ever.
yeah.
Of course.
But they eventually, like Ernie Hudson, get away from there.
They actually drag
California's
him
the place you ought to be. No, so,
So they load up Ernie.
well, basically, they force him into the shelter, and the rest of them are still running around out there like idiots. And then Grandpa gets like hit in the face or something. So Bruce Campbell has to go get him, and they tie him to Patty, because they're all just like, well, we got to be secure somehow, so let's tie ourselves to this thing.
Continue. Continue.
So they do that, and there's the whole bunch of like fingertip struggling. It's like, oh, she's getting pulled away from the tornado or whatever, and then it all just stops.
Yeah.
And they're like, ooh, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then Bruce Campbell's like, we're in the center of it.
In the eye.
Yeah, like there's an eye to a tornado.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up actually because
they're in the eye of the tornado now. It's nice and calm in there. And
Yes,
they're
it's
they're
just
just
like
watching
a-
the tornado spin
just
around.
like a hurricane.
Yep. And it's stationary. It's
And the
not
thing
doing
is,
anything.
for a
Here
storm,
I am, tornadoes like
for a storm that is
The storm
supposedly
is coming.
an F-15,
Yeah.
like the jet.
Tomcat.
Yeah,
No, that was 15.
Sorry.
15's Eagle.
they get by holding on to the thing that's been driven into the ground onto
Yes.
Patty.
Yes.
They strap Grandpa on with a belt.
The belt, yeah.
And Bruce Campbell-
Three-legged Patty is now supporting Patty and 3 people and has made it through half the tornado.
Yes.
Bruce Campbell and the girl survived the first half of the storm by just hanging on.
Yeah.
And he holds her arm.
And it's like 20 seconds. I mean, of this supposedly massive tornado.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, we're fine.
Well, they get down to the whole like, oh, my fingers, please don't let go. And then it just stops.
I'll never let go, Bruce.
And that's when they're like, oh, we're in the eye of the tornado.
Uh-huh.
And they're all
And
just
they
like,
kind of stall for a minute. And they're like, oh, yeah, maybe we should get to shelter now.
yeah. So they throw Grandpa in the shelter. But
Well,
he's
no, they don't throw Grandpa
well,
in the
he's,
shelter.
He's fine again. He's gotten back up and walks over to the door, and they go in, and he's like, be right there. And then goes back over to Patty. It's like, I'll hold Patty down. Because Ernie Hudson's still just screaming, Patty's not going to hold. It's like,
It's
so-
just held 3 people and its own weight.
right, but it's not going to hold.
The back half of the Twister is worse than the first half.
That's where all the weight is.
It is.
Yeah. So
Twister got back.
so Grandpa runs back out there and kind of stands near Patty or whatever, and then Grandpa's gone.
Yeah. Well, he, hammers the leg at a few more times. It's like, you sons of bitches, come and get me.
Yeah, I'll tear out your black tornado heart, you son
Again.
of a bitch. You killed my wife or my
Yeah.
mother or
So-
something.
So Grandpa becomes...
Stories are conflicting.
Grandpa becomes the wizard, and
Yep.
it disappears.
Yep.
And,
And then it's a sunny day,
Yep.
and they're like, well, let's bury Grandpa.
Yeah.
And Bruce Campbell, now dressed like a riverboat gambler,
Well, he's got to know when to hold him.
He looks Amish.
well, he didn't because Grandpa flew away.
Well, you have to know when to fold him, too.
Yeah.
You got to know when to walk away and know when to run.
Yeah. But man, he
Probably
high fives
folded
that
like a house
preacher
of
after
cards
the
from that
funeral, like just, damn,
job,
that was
brother."
the best preaching. Yeah.
Well, he did a couple, like, minor things in the movie very emphatically, like how he answered the phone.
Oh God.
Like this one time he just answered the phone. It's like he almost like did the like slap the phone and
Yeah.
bounce it up into your hand and hey,
Yeah.
hey.
But he also ran in off camera full
Yeah.
speed, just
And, like twist.
yeah,
He
just
did a
ah!
little twister.
Yeah. Little
Yeah.
twister. Bruce Campbell.
Little Twister.
R.A.P. Little Twister.
Yeah. So they have a funeral for Grandpa, and then
Yeah.
It's-
And it's like they're walking in. He's walking in the cornfield with the lady or whatever they grow in Texas, cattle. I don't know. And she's like, I don't think I can go back to the big city. And he's like, yeah, I don't think I can do anything else but chase storms. And they're like, you want me to chase you for what? He's like, yeah. And so they're like, happy ending.
yeah, and then we get like 6 lines of text about how everything's shit. Now we're all gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Sort of happy ending.
Yeah. It's a happy ending.
Yeah.
Other than the global warming.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
well, the movie the entire time has been kind of portraying the tornado as like a singular entity, like because like
Just like Twister.
well, yeah, but like when they drive out the first time to study it and it dissipates, and they're like, oh. Like later that day, they show like nighttime footage in Galveston of the tornado showing up and just fucking wrecking Galveston. Like, haha, you thought I was going to land there, but
they didn't even. No, it was the Gulf, 400 miles south of Galveston.
Oh, yeah,
it was
okay.
just the water and
Okay,
lightning.
well-
it's like
Very, very frightening.
tornadoes taking a day trip out into the Gulf of Mexico.
yeah, but it just seemed like
surfing.
it just seemed like they were trying to make the tornadoes self-aware. Like it was just
Oh, yeah.
like, you're going to study me? No, we're going on a trip.
We're going to the beach. Whee!
Yeah, and then
Nature's chasing.
the whole movie just portrays it like that, like it's a thing that they've defeated.
Well, not Sam Elliott was saying that the tornado's a living, breathing thing.
I know.
Thinks like a man,
But
walks like a duck,
But it's
talks like a banshee,
what?
And has no heart.
has no heart.
Like
'cause
a
you gotta-
Democrat.
Yeah.
You gotta rip it out
Blackest night.
through its butthole. And so yeah, it's anthropomorphizing the
Yeah.
weather system.
But it's just weird. It's weird that the movie kind of ends like we defeated it, and then this crawl or the title cards at the end are just basically like, well, global warming's fucking everything up, and we're all going to die from tornadoes because they're super bad now, and maybe detection like this is the only thing that'll save us. But enjoy your local news.
Yeah. Brought to you by Doppler.
Coming up next. Trust in your local weatherman because he has the Doppler.
It's Frank McDermott with Ultra Doppler. The only thing that can defeat global warming.
That's right. Doppler! Exclamation point. The musical.
Yep. And the movie's over.
Yeah.
And I guess we rate it because that's what we do.
Sure.
All right.
All right. 3 bags.
3 bags.
3 bags.
Triple
This shit's
bags.
dull. So dull.
Uh-huh.
Let's not watch any more TV movies.
Sometimes we luck out.
Sometimes. It's not often, though.
It's a crapshoot. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I think it's worse odds than craps. Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. But it's so clearly a Twister ripoff
Yeah.
in everything it was doing. And it's just, it's boring that they don't really, it's like the whole, if your Twister is a bad guy, it has no personality. So it's not,
Yeah.
and they don't even really pay anything off with the weatherman dude. And
No, they really
she's
don't.
super
do they?
wishy-washy, and just like the way the men treat her is gross. And it's just, even Bruce Campbell just doesn't get to do much Bruce Campbell-y stuff.
No.
Like the reasons you want to see Bruce Campbell, he doesn't get to do any of that. He's just kind of like
He's just every
generic
man.
guy with a chin who is
He's all
the lead
homespun.
character.
And he needs to be smarmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
There are a
3
couple
bags.
times as we get a little flash of Bruce. But
Yeah.
He can't help it. I mean,
Yeah.
you see it, but it's
the
just
glory's going to shine through.
Yeah.
But
it's got to
it
be
just-
stifled.
it's once again painted over.
Right.
But it's possible to do this. I mean, Briscoe County Jr., he can be westerny and still be, Bruce Campbell.
But I think that show had already failed by this time, so they were like, obviously no one likes you as kind of a smarmy guy, so how about we make you generic hunky guy and with a dumb 90s haircut. So, yeah, I can give it a bag. I didn't like it. It is dull. I didn't hate it, though. I mean, it was just kind of like, that's a movie, and it's about like, if you said to me, hey, it's a TV movie, I would be like, well, it's probably like this, and I would be right, because that's exactly how it was. It's just 45 minutes of exposition and no tornado effects whatsoever, and it's just a lot of wasted padding and nothing. I mean, it's... I hope they got good ratings for it. I hope their little stunt paid off, because this was back when Fox was really, really sleazy about everything they did. So
Yeah, and one thing we didn't mention, this looks like when it started, we were wondering if it was shot on video.
yeah,
Like it looks like a TV production.
Like shit.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever made it. I mean, I know there's a DVD of it out there, but I don't think the transfer ever got any further than like VHS. I don't think it ever looked better than that. So,
Yeah.
and why would it? Because who wants to spend time
cares?
remastering
Yeah.
this shit?
No one.
Go ahead.
That's 2 bags. I mean, that's that sort of strange noise I just made sort of describes it well. It's just, I really, the first 5 or so minutes, I kind of wanted to veto it because it really looked like crap.
It really did.
Well, we've been doing some fairly higher profile movies here recently.
Yeah, but
which
it really
might have spoiled us a little bit.
no,
It's
it looks
looked
like
worse than some of our
Yeah.
low budget bullshit.
looks fairly crap.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it looks like it was shot with a cheap digital camera. You know, it looked almost pixelated and
From
weird.
1996.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
so it was on VHS-C.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or whatever. I impossible to keep track of the crazy shitty things they did in the 90s.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's sort of dull, and like I do like those like crazy folksy anti-science dudes in movies, but not Sam Elliott was not Sam Elliott. I'm sorry, L.Q. Jones.
He
You need to.
saved the movie. I mean,
Yeah.
without that guy in it, it would have been just flat out unbearable.
The speech was. You should see if you can find the speech online. His speech about grabbing the tornado monster by its butt hairs and ripping its spleen out through its eye holes or whatever.
If it's not there, we will arrange it to put it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll fix that and then we'll get a copyright strike.
Yeah.
That'd be the worst strike to get for something like this.
You posted a clip from Tornado. Well, fuck me.
yeah. I'm gonna echo the two bags thing. LQ Jones.
Two bags.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. I mean he's pretty good in it. But yeah, all right. So you remember the scene in Twister when like everybody gets together and has their little dinner?
Yeah.
You know, they're like, "Look at us, we're friends, and we've been doing this a long time." Take that scene and then like spread that over like 45 minutes of the movie, and that's like what a lot of this movie is like. When we're not chasing, we just like to hang out and have some Texas barbecue ribs and hang out in places that have both kinds of music, country and western, and yeehaw. So too much time wasted and no budget for Twister stuff, and yeah, just we understand that there is massive damage from a tornado. It was a little heavy-handed. Like it was just like
wallow in it
a
for
little
10 minutes of your
too
movie.
long on that. It's like, okay, this is now ceased to be fun.
Well, it doesn't even have the effect it's supposed to, because it's supposed to be like, look what you did, Bruce Campbell. You incorrectly predicted this tornado. Because immediately, like when the next tornado, when they know because Grandpa's bones have said it's coming straight at us, he calls Weather Dude and is like, dude, you need
we
to...
forgot to mention he has the other guys. Kerry always has a little redemption.
Yeah, a little bit, but he calls him and is like, you got to tell people it's coming here, and he's like, well, the Weather Service hasn't said anything about it, and you just murdered a town, so no. And it's like that's it, and Bruce Campbell gets indignant about that. He's like, no, you need to tell them you'll be responsible for all these people dying, and they never even pay that off. It's just
I don't think it was supposed to be like I don't think it was supposed to be like we're supposed to be like let's blame Bruce Campbell and his incorrect prediction. I think it was more like there was a brief moment where he was like, "Oh, I did it wrong. All those people are dead because of me." And she's like, "Buck up, little camper." He's like, "You're right. Let's go."
I just think if you're going to introduce some kind of character motivation at some point in your movie, maybe run with it for more than about 90 seconds.
Sure, yeah. Whatever.
You did just murder a town.
TV movie, short attention span.
I guess.
MTV movie. Okay. All right, let's take a break, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sounded like Grandpa when he won that. When he won that checker.
King me. King
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that he gets the little checkers king on the grave from Ernie Hudson.
Oh, yeah. He kings him. And deep in his grave, he goes, so good. Yeah. Hey, run them updates.
Yeah. Or something.
I don't know. I closed that. I don't know how to get it back.
Linux.
Yeah, this
I know
Ubuntu
this.
shit. I didn't make this thing.
I guess I got to watch that Jurassic World trailer.
You haven't watched the Jurassic World trailer?
It's fucking Jurassic World, man.
Yeah, what the fuck, yo?
I hadn't had a chance to.
It's got sad dun-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Like it's
Did you watch Star Wars? Did you watch Terminator?
man, we got to talk trailers.
Trailer corner.
Talk. Trailer trash coming up.
You're gonna have so much fun dying of dinosaurs. Oh, that's what's her name from the rest of the I'll give you the live look of everything I'm thinking when I'm watching this.
Oh, this is
Here you go.
this is
Oh, it's like a reaction.
Fantastic podcasting right here.
PewDiePie. Watch his
Don't-
trailers.
Shut the fuck up. You have just insulted me on a level.
Dinosaurs.
PewDiePie.
Oh, look, it's a child.
Yeah, it's that kid from Iron Man 3.
The park
Podcat.
is open for business. It's business.
I like the part where it fades in and out. Oh wait, that's every fucking trailer.
What are you saying?
Da-na-na.
We got tired of making money, so we made a murder dinosaur.
A murder sore.
There's Chris Pratt.
Murdersaurus Rex.
It's the Predator. It's like this.
Your cat's gonna run in here and destroy the studio.
You're
Huh.
you're gonna try and get the cat to attack. Cat-tack.
Cat scratch fever. Huh.
Yeah, Jurassic World.
There are things in that, and I will wait until we start talking about them.
Okay.
I haven't watched the Terminator Mega Drive trailer yet.
I don't.
Over here, we call it Genesis.
Oh, sorry.
Genesis.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to watch that trailer. I have no interest in any
Have you
further
seen
Terminators.
Terminator 2?
Yeah.
I have.
Then you've seen the trailer for Terminator
Okay.
Genesis.
Da-na-na-na.
Okay, who just...
Not me.
Na, 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 na. Na, na, na.
It's that one.
Huh? What?
Were you christening the studio?
Was there a problem?
The air filtration system is no longer functional.
We spliced their DNA.
Abandon the studio.
We spliced their DNA.
What kind of atmosphere?
We created a
up
murder
in that
source.
lab?
Genetically engineered farts.
No! Do not make that sound. You're not entitled. Farter.
Jurassic fart.
Well, there it is.
Yep.
Welcome. Anybody got any movies for the second half?
Yes.
I do.
How many?
One.
How many?
3.
One.
Can you make them somewhat shorter?
The movies are as long as they are.
I can't. Yeah, I can't change. I'm not an editor. Why? Do we have like a shitload of stuff?
We got a lot of voicemails.
Wait, we have voicemails?
Load up damn voicemails.
I didn't know we had voicemails.
Why don't we talk about trailers and then do
We're actually
correspondence?
talking about trailers. Why do we give a shit?
There's a week of trailers that
Yeah.
it's a big
We
thing.
got trailers
What?
to talk.
Oh, what?
Star Wars, Jurassic World, Terminator, Jenny Size.
We can make them quick.
People
would we
wants to know. We are the bad movie
Right.
fiends. We talk about trailers.
We talk about-
It ain't the movie. Hey, you remember the Terminator Salvation trailer? That was really good. You remember the movie? Not very good.
Yeah, that we will use that knowledge to talk about this.
Just say.
We're not going to talk about forever.
Don't judge a movie by its trailer.
We're not. We're going to judge the trailer
Okay.
as a trailer.
All right.
There you go. And no, nobody's going to see 50 Shades of Grey. What the
Fuck
fuck's wrong with
that.
you? Fuck's wrong with you? Not my Christian. That's all I know from last week tonight.
Okay.
Oh, we got to transparent size that a little bit more for Chuck's head.
All right.
Can you increase the angle?
Can pan it down a little more.
We can make it smaller. We can make a lower 6th.
Well, we only use that shot for like 2
I know.
seconds. So
Not worried about it.
Can you change that shot?
All right.
So I wonder if they in Jurassic World if they have Coupon Day.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about. The lawyer's speech. Yeah, got it.
Coupon
I've seen
Day.
that movie a couple times.
Coupon Day.
So let's get this party rolling. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's fucking do it.
Somebody clap, please. Anyone with hands. All right, and welcome back.
Hey!
Second half of this here podcast.
Hey.
BMFcast.
Hey!
Should
second
we should we lead it off with things?
Okay.
I mean, if, like coming attractions, perhaps.
Oh, the
You're
stuff
all
before the movies.
Eager to talk about.
Oh, some trailers?
Yeah.
Yeah, some big trailers released past
Yeah.
few weeks.
Okay.
Lots of...
Some people have been asking us, they're like, hey, what do you think of them trailers?
Uh-huh.
I think they're incomplete movies.
But they're mini movies
they're-
themselves.
Are they?
They're
Okay.
fun.
Sure.
We all like trailers. You get to see it like...
You sent me one today.
You
did.
don't like trailers.
You get to see things fade out to black.
You
and
don't
they
want
put
to talk
text,
about them.
And
Yeah.
then they come
I just
back
don't like
and
to
it
form
goes,
any kind of
"Ah."
opinion on a trailer. I can look at it and go, yeah, I want to see that, or no, I don't really want to see that. But
Doesn't
beyond that,
exactly mean that you're forming an opinion based on a trailer? Yes, it does.
I suppose, but
Yes.
I don't feel the need to share it with anyone.
Okay, then you don't have to talk.
Yeah, but
then you
trailers are the first time we get to see footage of most movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our
No,
introduction. It's
sure,
like
yeah.
it's basically the announcement of
Yeah.
the movie in some fashion.
It's like when we announce on Twitter that we're doing a show.
I had no idea they
People
were
are
making a new
excited.
Star Wars movie, and then suddenly it was like Force Awakens.
Yeah. And there's footage of it, and maybe we're going to be okay here.
And we might be right.
Yeah, and we know that they're using camera angles and shit. Like
Yeah, there will be
craziness.
camera angles in the new Star Wars movie.
have you seen the stabilized version of the Millennium Falcon chase?
What I noticed about that is it's only like it's a small portion of that Millennium Falcon sequence.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would need to see like,
Yeah, like the stabilized
to see-
version is basically it turns a little bit to the left,
Oh.
but that's
and that's all it does.
but it actually does other stuff before
I
that
know.
slight turn to the left. It's that in itself
Yeah.
is a little misleading.
Am I the
Anyhow,
only one that's like watched this one time and moved on? I feel like everyone else has like watched this trailer 1,000 times.
okay, Debbie Downer.
I've watched
I
it a
just-
couple.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
I just don't even remember what you're talking about. I was like, there was a Claymore lightsaber, and that's all I remember.
Yeah, and apparently that's all anyone remembers.
Okay.
Which that does smack of like the whole, well, they already did the two swords thing, and they did the two ends thing, and I guess we got to do something else. I don't know.
Who cares? It's
Yeah,
a fucking light sword.
Yeah, like I love that the internet had worn that out within an hour.
That's the best part of the internet these days, is that
Yeah.
it's so immediate. It's like after an hour, if you complain about it, everyone's like, shut up, we're over it.
Yeah, it's a movie about space wizards.
Yeah. In the past.
I
So
don't know.
maybe that's why they all die out, because they have fucking stupid laser swords.
Yeah, maybe they all kill themselves with stupid lasers.
Yes. We make dumb things that explode when we put ourselves in them. Fucking K cars and
Pintos.
yes,
That's
we
exactly
make
it.
cars that just blow the fuck up all the time, and we drive them around. We put our children in them.
What the hell are y'all?
So,
You gotta stay with us.
so everyone,
Bang.
so Jedi's make dumb shit, and Detroit makes dumb shit, and we put our children in both, and who cares? And that's my thoughts on the Star Wars trailer.
Yeah, I just from seeing it, I hope John Boyega from Attack the Block is our hero's journey character guy. That's the biggest thing I get from this. Is like that would be super cool if he's the one that we're following throughout the trilogy.
Would be kind of neat.
Yeah,
it's a hell of a way to introduce the new Star Wars, like black guy in a stormtrooper outfit and it armor outfit.
Check out my outfit.
And I love that it I really do love that it's blown the internet fucking apart. It's just just feeding on all sorts of
my
nerd.
favorite thing is all the people that
feelings
are just
everywhere.
like, no, all the stormtroopers are clones of the Boba Fett guy. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I love that
I'm like,
everyone
well,
assumes that he's actually a fucking stormtrooper.
That's the
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
too.
Or
Like,
that maybe, I don't know, 50 years from now, they might have put another guy in a stormtrooper
my
outfit
point-
because...
I'm like,
and really, and the argument for that is, okay, then where did all the admirals and all the other fucking dudes that don't wear stormtrooper outfits that don't look like Boba Fett were they just like, hey man, you did real good managing this place. Why don't you take over our military?
Well, those guys all interviewed.
Yeah.
They came in separately.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, man,
Consultants or
Yes.
contractors?
yeah,
Yes.
you were the best-selling Subway artist.
Oh no,
in
it's
fucking
nepotism,
years.
man. Like,
yeah, it's who
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
they're all the
yeah,
emperor's
Jango
buddies.
Fett had absolutely no family, so there's no room for upper management.
Yeah.
Well, I
yeah.
I have a shitload of huge Star Wars nerds friends.
Yes.
Star Wars nerd friends. And it's...
Does
like,
everyone not remember an actual movie called Star Wars where
Yeah.
our two heroes ran around in stormtrooper armor for
Yeah.
about
well,
30
there's
minutes?
there's that. Additionally, additionally, like not all stormtroopers were clones. Like,
Not all
Stormtroopers.
oh my god, I'll be back. I'm gonna go win Twitter.
Yep.
No, but not all the stormtroopers were clones. They
Yep.
Yeah.
after
Sometimes you just
They're
slap a
just-
guy in a
people are just
stormtrooper
so
outfit. You need fodder. I don't even know why they wear that shit. It's not a
it's
one laser
apparently
blast
not
knocks
effective.
them all
Yeah.
out.
One laser blast from a butthorn.
Yep.
And
But really, like, Star Wars is such a part of my DNA that it's like that could look like just the biggest piece of shit, and I'd be like, you know what?
It's Star
I'm
Wars.
still
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, Phantom Menace trailer was like, holy shit, Star Wars is back.
Yeah.
And we all found out. So
Yeah, because they barely showed Jar Jar in it.
yeah.
you know,
They knew. Even then, they knew.
Yeah. I did think it was interesting that the teaser trailer showed absolutely no one that no established characters whatsoever.
yes.
And no
Except
space.
for the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. Well, yes.
And no space.
Yes.
and fonts. They're established.
Yes.
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 There were shots that were establishing. I really liked the George Lucas recut of the trailer.
Oh yeah,
I don't
just
know.
shit everywhere.
There's dewbacks and
Like 80 TIE fighters chasing one Falcon.
yeah, like literally, there's like 150 on screen.
so fucking brilliant.
Yeah, they got like stormtroopers wandering around in the background when he wakes up.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good trailer.
Sure, yeah. Great.
Yeah.
We've talked
I'm
50 times longer than the trailer
Yeah,
itself
that's
about
true.
the trailer.
Well, I'm excited about a Star War. I mean, you
Yes.
Yeah.
like
I'm so
excited
tired
that
of all
there's
these Star Wars.
that there's a chance for a new Star Wars, and there's hope beyond hope.
Yeah.
For
A
any
new
reason.
hope.
that
So
might
tear
say.
down this
hope.
wall, Mr. Gorbachev.
There
Honestly,
might,
the most interesting thing is we don't know shit about it. Like,
No,
we know
I
the
know.
cast. We don't know who's good guys. We don't know who's bad guys.
Nope.
We don't know shit.
No.
And that is weird.
Yeah.
Like and
Just
everyone
like George
made it-
Lucas.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone made a huge big deal about J.J. Abrams putting out the thing that said basically like, "Hey, if you leak stuff, I'll make sure you never work in Hollywood again."
Yeah.
It kind of worked.
Kind of so far.
You know, it seems to have worked thus
Well, there
far.
were those like set pictures and things like that, which is
those
like,
weren't those released?
Yeah,
though?
those were like official releases. Like
I
it's
don't
weird.
know.
There's a lot of like there's so little that came out that
Yeah.
that's just what's weird to me is like we don't know shit about it, and that's what's most interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird to hear like, and we finished filming. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I've seen nothing about this. How is that possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
here's your cast, and they're sitting around a big circular couch thing, and we're done.
Yep.
And now we're going to put them back in lockup.
Yes. So yeah, that'd be fun.
Yep. And yeah, Jurassic World. Yeah. My wife, I think, is more excited for that movie than she was for our wedding day because she
Man.
is like the world's biggest Jurassic Park fan. So, yeah, I'll be seeing it.
I'll see
It's
it too.
interesting. It looks like they kept some of the stuff from the super crazy draft from like 10 years ago, where it was like, well, we've genetically modified dinosaurs to take our orders and
Dinosaur.
fight for us.
That's all right. I remember that. Yeah.
So like the very last shot of it is Chris Pratt riding out with like Raptor Force with him.
that looks pretty sweet.
And like, I'm like, that survived.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They were like, hey,
That
let's
shit
try that.
survived. Because that draft of that movie was batshit insane.
yeah.
Like, utterly, like, BMF cast material, 100%.
Yeah.
Insane.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was insane.
Oh, yes. I do not argue that whatsoever. Yeah. Yeah. No.
But
that-
yeah, Jurassic World, let's take the two worst things we can think of and combine them, and there's our new dinosaur.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of disappointed that they're making up new dinosaurs now, because they're like,
Because all those like bazillions of actual dinosaurs weren't rad enough.
Nope.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. All the dinosaurs are made up.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they have to
They're
make
all
up.
there.
Yeah.
to
They have to
test
make up
us.
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to see it. I think it's going to be fun, but I just think the plot is incredibly stupid. Just like, well, attendance is down a little bit. Let's just build a murder dinosaur, and
Yeah.
it's like a new roller coaster. People will come to see it. It's murdering people. What do we do?
Yeah. Why? I mean, to me, that
Yeah,
I like the fiction behind it. That it's basically like the park has been open for 20 something years.
Yeah.
And attendance is sagging,
yeah. It's like,
and that's where they've gone with it.
So yeah, murder
Sorry.
dinosaur.
No.
Good times. And then there's a Terminator trailer.
Didn't see it.
You're better off.
Chuck despises it. I'm
I
like,
don't
you know
really.
what?
I think it's a shame. I think that's a case of the trailer probably not advertising that movie properly. The trailer is some pandering bullshit.
I would actually hope that it's I hope it's backwards from the last time. 'Cause the
It kinda
Salvation-
feels like it
the
is.
Salvation trailer was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The Nine Inch Nails song, like the last acceptable use of a Nine Inch Nails song in a trailer, and then like the movie was just kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping this is a shitty trailer.
Well, yeah, and
Maybe it's actually
apparently
a
this movie erases all of that.
Ah, good.
But it also, unfortunately, erases all the movies that we like.
I think it kind of Star Trek reboots it. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of like this is sort of a parallel thingy that's happening
Then
because this other
why have
thing's
Schwarzenegger
happened.
involved when he's 70? I'm just like,
He's living tissue.
no, I'm just saying, like, if you're rebooting it, recast the Terminator, and like just
But-
if you're erasing it.
But that's not what they're doing. They're kind of interacting it with it in a weird kind of way.
Okay.
Like
I didn't see
going
it.
back in the timeline at some point and fucking something else up.
Oh, good.
So I don't know. It's just there.
You know,
Every time I see like a Schwarzenegger trailer, I'm always like, "Yeah, Schwarzenegger's back. This is gonna be great." And then every time it's like, "Oh, it's embarrassing."
he
And
just looks like he can't move anymore.
Did you
Yeah.
see Sabotage? It's pretty
I didn't see Sabotage.
good.
No. The Last Stand turned
But-
out to be okay, but
Yeah, but that I don't know. Maybe it's the BMFcast working its magic on me, but like they show a bus getting flipped end over end on it, and shit's blowing up, and it just looks dumb in my sort of way.
yeah. I mean,
And maybe I'm not the best judge of things anymore.
yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I don't mind this, and it's kind of like it's kind of like Terminator 3. I don't mind Terminator 3 because there's some fun sequences in there. If you think of it in terms of like this is a sequel to Terminator 1 and 2, fuck Terminator 3,
Right.
completely.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you treat it like fan fiction, which is basically what I've done since Terminator 2 ended, everything afterward is just fan fiction with a number on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, cool, whatever.
And I
Even
think
though
the second
can't-
half of that movie is pretty good.
And I can't get over Khaleesi like being in normal modern day people clothes because I can't see that girl in anything else.
Does she have the blonde hair?
No.
Okay.
No.
No. It doesn't look anything like her.
Yeah, she doesn't normally actually have blonde hair.
No.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that's all I see her as now.
Sure, yeah.
Which-
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, like Matt
think
Smith's in the movie, he's nowhere in the trailer.
They did not show him at all.
No. I mean, he's
But
on
yeah,
the
but-
cover of Entertainment Weekly.
Oh
for
yeah, I
God's
was gonna
sake.
say I saw those stupid pictures and I
Yeah.
was like,
So,
I don't need to see that.
Who
trailer.
is Jai Courtney's agent?
Uh,
Because that dude gets in fucking everything, and he is just like Avatar guy. It's like, wow, you're a guy.
mhm.
You probably remember your lines and can
Yeah.
speak them, but
Yeah.
there is nothing unique or entertaining or anything about you. You're just kind of fucking there.
Yeah. Suck on that.
But I'm serious.
No,
like,
I know. Yeah. When I saw him, I was like,
he keeps
oh.
getting in, like, I mean, the Die Hard sequel, we were all like, ugh, whatever. But
That didn't
he got
happen.
in a fucking Die Hard movie.
Yeah.
You know what? If somebody was like, hey, you can be in a Die Hard movie, I'm like, fuck yeah. Just like Kevin Smith was in Die Hard 4. He's like, fuck yeah, you're going to put me in a Die Hard movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Who cares if it sucks? I'm in a fucking Die Hard movie.
Yeah.
You know?
His was okay, though.
Yeah, that was him.
The one after it was not. It had nothing to do with Jay Courtney either.
I know, but he just keeps showing up and shit.
I know.
It's like, good on you, guy.
Yeah. Usually you get like a couple shots and then it's like, okay, we're going to move on to another guy. Sorry. You got a shot and it didn't work out for you, so
Mhm.
let's go find someone else. And
Yeah.
that didn't happen here. So,
Yeah, because Avatar guy, he's not in anything anymore, is he?
no.
Like, time came and went.
Yeah. Avatar guy.
Yeah.
Poor Avatar
What's
guy.
his name?
Sam Worthington?
Yeah.
Avatar guy.
Mhm.
Oh wait, he was in a Terminator movie, wasn't
Yeah, he
he?
was in the other
Ah,
Terminator
Jesus.
movie.
Maybe it's just Terminator movies. Who fucking knows? What'd you guys watch?
Whole movies.
Yeah.
3 of them. What you watch? How new?
I mid 2014.
Okay.
That's pretty new.
Yeah. I watched Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah?
That's not part of the title.
If you look at the box, it most certainly is. It's on the goddamn spine.
It's called Edge of Tomorrow. All right.
Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow.
Okay.
Edge of Tomorrow. The movie's all right. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I like new 55-year-old Tom Cruise doing nothing but space action movies. I think that's That's a terrific career path for him. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of dumb. It kind of wears out its welcome a bit. It stays a little too long with its premise. Like, I kept waiting for like, oh, this, but that never happens. Yeah, I mean, you can easily describe the premise. Just Groundhog Day meets space movie.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day meets Starship Troopers.
Yep, with some aliens in there. People keep showing up that I didn't know were in it. Like,
It's always
People
nice.
keep showing up in the
it's
movie.
like, hey, another
That's
cast
pretty
member.
good.
But,
Hey, I
like
know
Tony
you.
Todd's in it,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
Bill Paxton's like,
What?
sweet, I love all these people. Keep
Wow.
bringing me more of these people. So, yeah, that movie's a lot of fun. And Tom Cruise gets a couple of good freakouts, which are, what he does really well these days.
Yeah.
So,
That's the thing. You know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing.
yeah. And I had no idea till the end credits that was a Doug Liman movie.
Yep.
No idea.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
actually
what
drew
had
me
me
in,
most
yeah.
interested
Yeah. Okay.
in it.
Yeah, I was just like, well, what newbie jerk off directed this movie? And it was like, oh, Doug Liman. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, Warner Brothers just can't market a movie to save its life.
I think it was written by someone pretty good. Too.
It was written by someone. Someone wrote it.
pretty good. There was an end to that sentence. I did finish it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who wrote it.
Yeah, like a whole movie that I watched.
Yeah.
So I watched the newest movie I watched The Babadook.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
do tell. I heard about that on the radio.
So I don't.
What?
I don't
There
necessarily.
was an NPR thing on it.
Oh, okay.
so.
I don't want to talk like too much about it because like I think the less you know about it, the better. Because I really didn't know anything going into it. I'll just say this as like an overarching opinion about it is there were moments in it where I felt like there were. I think what's getting people talking about it is there's some very practical Sam Raimi-esque effects and shots and things like that kind of set it apart from most modern horror movies. I'm not a fan always of what he does, but I think that's what people like about is it James Wan. Yeah, so I think like kind of leaning more towards the practical, and then there's like a little percentage of like really bad CG, which is like, did you have to do that? Like you were doing so well, and like it's like why the bad CG just to like kind of mar the whole experience. I mean, it didn't break the whole thing for me, but it's like it's just strange because like so much of it was like lovingly crafted with real practical shots and real like tension building angles and things like that and lighting and stuff, and then it's like just throwing in a couple bits of bad CG. But at the same time, it's like it gets me very excited to see what the director does next. I can't remember her name. I think Jennifer Kent.
Yeah, she's a first-time director.
Yeah,
I know that much.
I mean, I want to say it was like it started as a short, and then I think it kind of got kickstarted or something. The equivalent. I know she's an Australian director, but yeah, no. I mean, I did like it. I just I wouldn't say I'm like. I don't think I'm quite as mad for it as like a lot of the world seems to be. They're like, this movie, you've got to see it. I do agree, you need to see it, but like to me, it's like it's a good starting movie, and I want to see what she does next. And yeah, it's not for everybody. I mean, it's twisted at parts, and I wouldn't say like overly gory like a lot of horror movies, but there are some things that are going to turn some people off to it. So
Well, all right.
yeah, but yeah,
And the screenwriter you were thinking of for Edge of Tomorrow was Christopher McQuarrie, who did Usual Suspects.
Yeah, that's what it was.
and
Yeah,
Way the Gun. And
yep,
Did a bunch of Tom Cruise movies.
Yeah,
actually.
it's adapted
Valkyrie
up-
and
Valkyrie. Yeah,
yeah, Jack Reacher.
Yep.
So
They must be buds.
I believe they probably are. It's like, hey, my buddy's going to rewrite this for
Yeah.
get my Tom Cruise-ness all over it.
Yeah.
Ew.
yeah. So the other two movies, I think I mentioned briefly last week. Whether or not it got cut, I don't know. But the other two movies I saw what I like to call two movies that like are like step back movies, not step up. But like movies where a director's been doing big budget overblown things, and it's like they kind of went and did a turn and did a smaller movie, and I think it's absolutely what they needed to do because I thoroughly enjoyed both of these movies, not really expecting much going in, so maybe that helped too. First one I want to talk about is a movie like I'd been meaning to watch just because I was like that premise seemed mildly interesting, and I didn't know anything more than that other than who was in it. As I watched 3 Days to Kill.
Yeah.
The Kevin Costner movie.
Yeah.
And that's a McG movie.
Yep.
And I was like, when that happened, I was like, oh God, what am I in for? And I think by like pulling back to that level of movie, that's like the peak budget he should have for a movie. Because like anything beyond that, like I enjoy the first Charlie's Angels movie because I felt like it was cynical and funny and everything, and the second one is just a big bloated crazy mess of a movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, here, have more money, you did all right in that one, make it bigger and crazier, you know.
And then he made a Terminator movie.
Yeah. Yes, going back to that. Yeah. But like I really enjoyed 3 Days to Kill. I mean, I thought it was slick. It was like I think it was a Besson written one of those kind of things? I think it was. Because it had that like crazy European action, low key kind of thing going on, you know, intrigue and also insanity and whatnot. So I didn't know much about it, and I really enjoyed the shit out of that movie. I actually highly recommend it. That's like a good, I hate to say it, but like a good time killer movie. It's just like, it's a good thing. Like, what do I want to watch? Yeah, this is pretty good.
Costner's really good in that too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's surprising how in his later years he's kind of letting go of his super self-serious bullshit and just kind of having fun with a lot of stuff. And yeah. I mean, you see that and you're like, oh, he's trying to get, you know, Liam Neeson money, you know, but it's just like, no, it's an age appropriate role for him.
Like I said, I knew nothing going into it. I was just like, yeah, I occasionally like Kevin Costner movies. You know? He's all right when he's in like certain movies.
Hey kid, do you like Kevin Costner?
I just like sometimes like he hits me with a role the right way, and it's like I can enjoy a movie with him in it as long as he's cast the right way, you know. And this was just one of them. He's got Amber Heard in it, and who was the bad guy? Was the bad guy someone? I thought the bad guy was somebody I recognized. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
there's somebody.
Anyway.
It was a guy.
But a movie I actually want to recommend even more, which like looking at it on paper, I was like, oh no, this is a parent's movie. I was like, you know, like one of those where it's like, it's a feel good movie. I enjoyed that. That was good time. But I watched Jon Favreau's Chef. Which fuck, I highly recommend that movie. Like that is exactly what he needed. Like that is like a reinvigoration movie in my mind. Like not that not that I by far disliked Iron Man. I mean, I thought Iron Man 2 got a little convoluted, but not his fault, I don't think. That was screenwriting. But this was just a great little movie. I mean, like going back to, I mean, I know he didn't direct Swingers and things like that, but you know, like getting back to that like talky movie, but like this one even had more heart. Like it was like, I've taken the age and I've taken the snarkiness out of that 90s thing I was trying to do, and I've settled into this, and here's a movie I've written, directed, and starred in, and brought along some of my famous friends to do.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the shit out of it. It even has John Leguizamo in it, and I still liked it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And he's actually pretty good.
It's
at
like
it.
a breakthrough.
It's like, no, I mean, it's like, again, he like pins him down to exactly the right level, like how he was in Kick-Ass 2. It's like, if you can like rein in John Leguizamo, he can be fine. Like he can actually be pretty decent in a movie. But like, and he just hit him like right in that target. And yeah, I mean, Favreau brings along a lot of his friends and gets famous people in it that you wouldn't expect to be in this movie. So I enjoy the shit out of it. It's kind of a food porn movie. Like if you ever saw Big Night, it's similar to that. I mean, and the reason I say it's not really a parent movie, I mean, I guess it might be, but it's kind of rated R too. You know, like it's, you know, there's some inappropriate dialogue where, you know, some of the parents might be like, ooh, I don't know why they're talking like that.
Ooh.
But it's one that you look at and you're like, oh, everything's going to work out.
It's
for
not.
everybody at the
It's
end of
what
this
was
movie.
it? The Bill Murray, Woodrow Wilson, or whatever shit, or FDR movie.
Oh
what the fuck
God,
it was.
yeah,
Yeah, like that kind of thing, like Hyde Park on the Hudson.
Yeah.
It was like not that kind of bullshit. It's not like we're like, well, that was a movie, and I enjoyed that. You know, this had some substance to it, and like heart that actually earned it. You know, and I just really liked it. So
Yeah.
I highly recommend
Nice.
that.
That one's been on my radar. I
Yes.
want to see it. I've heard good things.
Do see.
I will.
Okay.
So, do you want to talk about the one that you saw that inspired why we watched the movie tonight?
Oh fuck! How did I skip that?
I don't know.
I don't know,
All right.
but you brought it up to me, so
Yeah, I did. Shit. Fuck.
Shit, fuck.
All right.
I've seen that movie.
Okay, so yeah, what started us on the first half path is I watched another movie that I almost completely forgot about because I've watched so many movies lately, and I was actually trying to pick out the ones I've been meaning to talk about. I watched Into the Storm.
Yeah,
And Mackie talked about that one a little while back, and I have to say, holy shit, did you undersell that movie? Or maybe you didn't, but I fucking loved Into the Storm. Movie of 2014, right there, Into the Storm.
it's our brand of dumb.
Damn, I love that movie. Like, I have to actually officially say, fuck Twister. I don't think I could ever watch Twister again. That's how much I love Into the Storm.
Fuck Twister.
Wow, Bill Paxton movie, telling it to fuck off.
Into the Storm is my new Twister. That is like I want destruction and shit, and I want to test out I want to get the Blu-ray and test out my sound and my picture. That is the movie. So,
All right.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
yeah, I I don't even know what to say beyond that. It's dumb. It's they're if you're a nitpicker, you're going to hate this movie because there's contrivance after contrivance of plot, just to move the plot along. Shut up, watch the movie. It's fun. I enjoyed I actually enjoyed almost all the characters. Like, I mean, there were plenty of people that had a chance to like piss me off and be like, "You're unredeemable in this movie," but none of them ever did. Like, I even like the two redneck guys, which in like in a lot of movies, be like, "Fuck these guys!" Like, just like this weird, stupid, like almost.
They're kind of the funniest ones.
Yeah, like as dumb as they could have been, it's like they were funny. And like the fact that they kept putting those stats up, like amateur stunt people, 301 YouTube views or something. Like that. It's like I like these guys, but yeah. That's what actually spawned. Like I was like, I want another tornado movie.
You didn't get it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I didn't. Side note: I also rewatched Skyfall, so that's the other reason I leaned towards this one.
Oh, all right.
And I have to say, I'm not going to devolve back into Bond talk, but goddamn, rewatching Skyfall, that is such a good movie. That is like
Yep.
that. I think that might be like right up there with my top Bond movie. Like, it's got to be. It hits all the right notes.
It's no Moonraker.
That's right.
It's right because it's
You're
good.
100% right.
It's because it's good. It's really good.
Guys.
Bond news update, by the way.
Yeah.
It's even less than a trailer.
It's an announcement.
Spectre.
Spectre.
Title announcement. Yes.
And a car, the Aston Martin DB10, which
Yeah.
looks sexy as hell for a car.
Sure.
And Waltz was not announced as Blofeld, so
No,
he's
but he
playing
was
somebody
announced.
else who's probably Blofeld.
He's Blofeld.
Right.
Yeah.
He's Ra's al Ghul. I tell
No,
you.
it'll be-
totally.
No, it'll be
Ray Fiends.
Batista.
Batista.
Batista will be.
Spectre.
With the, I can see him with the
Mr.
cat.
Drake.
He'll be
Yeah,
Blotista.
Mr. Hijinks is.
Mr. Hinks.
Yes.
You know there's going to be
It's Batista.
like a high
I'm
Hanks.
calling it now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Batista will be Blofeld.
Batista.
Batista.
Blofeld.
Blofeld. Batista. So,
Baufista.
Blotista.
Bauhaus.
you guys ready for some listener correspondence?
Yes!
Yay!
It's my favorite part of the
Totally
show.
ready for all that.
Best time ever.
All right, let's get it going. First up, we got Sean. This one's called Buckling Swashes. Dear BMFcast, congratulations on 250 episodes. My friends and I recently sat down and watched a movie that might be in your wheelhouse, 2006 Virgin Territory. This film is loosely based on a collection of short stories called The Decameron. A group of young men and women leave Florence to avoid an outbreak of the Black Plague, having various misadventures on the road.
Ooh.
The plot unfolds with devious schemes, arranged marriages, sexy milkmaids, sword fights, mistaken identities, brutish bandits, true love, young lust, and a convent of horny nuns. A convent of horny nuns.
Sure.
Convent, yes.
Yes. I went in expecting to hate this film, but I found it to have a kind of breezy charm. Tim Roth plays the bad guy with his usual flair, and a lot of young women get undressed. If you ever decide to do a swashbuckler theme, you might consider grouping Virgin Territory with The King's Guard, starring Eric Roberts and Ron Perlman, The Musketeers,
Oh, wow.
starring Catherine Deneuve, and Tim Roth, and Disney's The Three Musketeers, starring Kiefer Sutherland and Charlie Sheen.
Nope.
Chuck is shaking his head no
Nope.
vehemently.
Just watched that within the last 2 months. Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
All right. Well, we'll find a replacement. Finally, will you be watching any more Andy Sedaris films? Yes. Our movie group has almost made it through the entire box set, and I'd be interested in
Nice.
hearing your take on some of the later films. We haven't seen anything quite on the same level as Hard Ticket to Hawaii, but we haven't seen it all yet. Sincerely, Sean.
We've seen a lot of it.
Yeah, we know we're not topping Hard Ticket to Hawaii. That's just...
We've given it.
If we were, we would have heard about it by now. Like,
Yeah.
that would be the one people would recommend.
But we've had varying degrees of
Yeah.
success with those. Like, we get to a point where,
Do or
like...
Die was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, Do or Die was way up there in
Yeah.
the Sedaris catalog for me, so...
Yeah. So, yeah, we're definitely going to keep watching those.
And yeah, I like the swashbuckling idea.
Sure.
I think we need some of that stuff. We haven't had anything like that for a while. We had like kind of Sinbad was kind of like that, and God, that was like episode 20 or something like that.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's Virgin Territory sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
And I like Tim Roth as a villain.
Yes.
Like he's the only good thing in the Marky Mark Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm.
Is Tim Roth just going nuts and being
Yeah.
all out committed to that?
And he's amazing in Rob Roy as the bad guy in that. Holy God.
Yeah.
That is...
He really makes you want him to murder.
Oh, man. You want to talk about really getting a murder boner for the bad guy in a movie. Tim Roth delivers that and then some.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Liam Neeson was good in that too.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just, yes, but he's especially good as the bad guy.
Yes.
So is what's his face, Malfoy in that terrible Patriot movie. He was an evil fucking bad guy too.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Isaacs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. It was like the Malfoy guy.
Right.
Well, that guy, you just look at him. That guy's born to play villains.
I don't know. He's the best
Yeah.
thing in Amistad.
So I've never had the patience to sit through Amistad.
He's like British captain of a ship, and he's so good in Amistad. He's
Yeah.
the reason to watch that movie.
okay,
So, yeah.
cool. We got a voicemail
Ooh, let's play it.
Which one?
Pick one from 812.
Okay. From the 812.
Hey, BMFcast, this is Amy. I'm listening to your latest Jaws podcast, and while I really, really, really hate your opening because it is puntastic and horrible, I do have to say that I laughed when I heard you making fun of the little girl who's in the Jaws movie. When you discussed that she was the same voice in All Dogs Go to Heaven and The Land Before Time, I groaned because I love to make everything awkward, uncomfortable, and sad. That little girl, her name is Judith Parsi. She was a Hollywood actress in the film that you mentioned, and she was killed by her father with her mom. Yeah, she was Benoit by her dad because he had mental illness and he was crazy and horrible. And if you watch, I think it's All Dogs Go to Heaven, they dedicate the film to her. So, good job, guys. You made fun of a little girl who was killed by her dad. You've hit a new low. I'm so proud of you and so proud to be a fan. Sent by Siri, who I had to talk to 8 times before she would connect me to your phone number because she is a worthless human robot. Fantastic out!
Wait,
no, hold on.
Did you just join our cast?
I guess
You're out.
welcome to the BMFcast, Amy.
I love that she used Benoit as a verb.
I know. God.
First, I thought she was going to say that she was the child actress.
Oh,
then I was
God.
going to
Yeah.
feel bad.
But she used it appropriately, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, we
feel
didn't
bad.
know.
I don't want to know what you're talking about. Did she benoit somebody?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
she Canadian.
I know you
Crippler,
don't
benoited.
acknowledge the WCW era of people who existed on this planet. But
There
was a guy-
in the fictional world. It's the World Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
There was a Canadian wrestler
Yes.
called Chris Benoit.
yes.
Oh, Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, Benoit.
Yeah, you've heard of him. The
Yeah.
Canadian crippler, the
Sure.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, he Canadian crippled his wife and child to
Oh man.
Jackman killed people?
death.
What?
So anyway,
Yeah. He went crazy and killed his
yeah. I'll just say this. Dying does not erase your sins that you've done before you died.
Wow.
So if you sucked in a movie,
That's cold.
I don't feel bad calling you out on it, no matter what happened to you later.
I don't think
That's
we
the
were
exact
cruel to
speech
that
I gave
child. I think we made as much fun of that child as we did everything else in that movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, basically,
She was
if
one
there's a
component.
child
We
in the
didn't
movie,
single her out. We were just
No.
saying, oh, look.
You're terrible.
Per- Precocious
she's overly
child.
precocious
Yeah.
and also has some kind of, Twilight Zone movie power over, Mrs. Brody.
Right.
Because she was just like, you're coming home with us. I'm coming home with you. You frighten me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Wow. That got awkward.
Yeah, but anyway,
Okay.
yeah. Sorry we made fun of a dead
Well,
girl,
I guess
but-
she's still proud to be a fan. So
Well, she took credit for the show and signed us
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
So
so-
whatever.
Yeah, so
Should have run that last.
next
And
episode.
then just started playing the
it'll
song.
be
Yeah.
Amy running the BMFcast. Where
Yeah.
Yeah,
go
next
hide in
week.
a corner.
no, we'll take a vacation week and
Oh,
let
okay.
Amy do the podcast.
Yeah,
all right.
And we can do it via her phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy.
All right.
Oh, that's not be disparaging.
Easy, Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm offering
Back
in
off,
a
Chuck.
generous and friendly way, and
Yeah,
you are being
I'm
far
sorry.
too smarmy.
I'm sorry it came across that way. I can't help it.
All right. Next one up is from John Oddity. It says second half discussion subjects. It says greetings to the Sideburns Warlock, the Ponytailed Stallion, Mighty Mackey, and Smarmy Army. Nicknames are fun. You guys put a big smile on my face when you read my first letter, and I hope these recommendations from a real quote-unquote film snob will do the same. Have you guys seen the French auteur Francois Ozon's Young and Beautiful, or the documentary Code Black? Well, this pretentious fuck has, and this pretentious fuck suggests the following. John Wick. I'm sure you guys and the listeners have heard enough about this, but let me give 2 more enticements. Keanu Reeves.
Have you seen
I
the
know.
red balloon?
Man, what a swerve.
I've been waiting to read this for so long. Let me tell you.
Have you seen like Water for Chocolate? Well, then let me recommend a movie for you.
Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Fucking The Core.
All right.
Yeah. But it says, let me give you 2 enticements. Keanu Reeves, in his best role, disposes all his enemies with headshots. Underlined. Also written and directed by stuntmen. Which, yes, that has come up multiple times.
That's good stuff.
We all want to see John Wick. I don't know why none of us have. Well, I know why I haven't, but
Yeah.
everybody else, yeah.
Yep.
Next is 2014's The Guest. Trust me, this little scene action/horror is waiting in your wheelhouse. Dan Stevens from Downton Abbey stars as a mysterious ex-Marine who shows up to the family farm of a fallen comrade. All is well until he takes care of some local bullies and word gets around. That's all I'll say because the last 20 minutes of this movie is fucking nuts. Hot women, hot 80s synth soundtrack, hot action. This gem currently sits at 91% on Rotten Tomatoes and will definitely be in my top 10. John Oddity out, sent from my Sony befuddled burger phone. I know he's just as confused as you are.
All right.
Thank you, John.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was a pretty good email.
John Wick.
I like.
We're all gonna see John Wick.
Do we just do that as an episode at some point?
Depending on
when it
length,
hits
yeah.
video.
Yeah.
I say we just do it.
Okay.
And you know what? I don't care if it's good. We'd say, hey, stuntmen, we're doing this.
It is in
Because
our
we're the
wheelhouse.
writer of the package.
It's in our wheelhouse.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Pierre, who says, quick hits. Says, hey guys, welcome back. A few weeks ago, I received some pretty good birthday gifts, so a few bursts/suggestions. Judge Dredd, the Stallone one. I don't care what people say, I love this movie. It's campy, over-the-top fun. The soundtrack's pretty damn good, too. I really enjoy this movie, and it's a glorious BMFcast-worthy movie. It has Rob Schneider, which is always a bad thing, but you get to see him get shot, so win-win. Demolition Man, sort of I know this is goofy action movie. The actors knew it, the scriptwriters knew it, and it was fun to watch. Pretty fun movie. This also has Rob Schneider, but in a tolerable way, like maybe 10 minutes of screen time. Also Taco Bell jokes. Also clever references to this is the future, so why don't we have lasers jokes. Lastly, The Jackal with Bruce Willis. Another movie that gets shit on way too much. It's fun to see Bruce Willis play a bad guy this evil. You want bad things to happen to him. And as a caution, and it's a cautionary tale to casting folks about the dangers of cocaine. I mean, how else do you explain Richard Gere as an IRA good guy? Also, Jack Black with a hilarious death scene. Anyway, these are some great movies that got me through your absence. I am the law. Pierre from Hoth. Seriously, it's minus 40 Fahrenheit here, and 2 feet of snow has fallen in the last few days.
Damn.
I'm sorry you live in a terrible place.
Yeah, I think we've talked about Demolition Man a few times now.
I like Demolition Man.
We all adore Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judge Dredd is a piece of garbage.
He's taking the helmet off. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, that's not the problem, but it's one of the problems.
Yeah, I know.
I've never seen a
I
second
think,
of the
I think
Jackal.
after the Carl Urban one, Urban. I think after that one, I can't bring myself to go back to watch that one now.
You don't want to?
I probably don't want to. No,
No, don't.
I've never seen The Jackal.
Nope, me neither.
Neither have I.
Me neither. It's one that slipped through the cracks.
Uh,
All right. Next one up is from Jason, who says, long-time listener, first-time blah, blah, blah. Hey, Bamcast, it's Jason from Dallas. No relation to Scott from Dallas, I think. Who knows nowadays? I want to thank you
Well,
for
your last names are both from Dallas.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for pointing me to that crazy movie tribute to all things 90s Detention. Even with all the spoilers I got from listening to you talk about it, I still enjoyed it for the pure crazy that it kept throwing in my eyes. I also wanted to thank you for inspiring me to start my own podcast with friends. You guys just sounded like you were having so much fun, so I wanted to do the same. Jason. Well,
What's the name of your podcast?
yeah.
yeah, Jason.
Yeah, pimp it out, buddy.
What is it? Well, you had one shot.
Yeah.
You pimp it, I'll read it. Maybe he's not started yet. Maybe they're in the planning stages.
Oh, in pre-production?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's how you
Well,
plan a
here's-
podcast.
here's a
Just
hint.
get together and do it.
Well, when he's got a teaser trailer, let us know, because
Yeah.
we'll talk about it for
And-
20 minutes.
Well, we want
Seriously, if you're doing
20
this,
minutes on the announcement, 20
Yes.
minutes on the trailer,
right.
40 seconds on the movie.
if you're doing this right now, pick your name and then go and look it up and see who has it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that is the worst.
Yeah.
So just make sure you got a unique name. That's
And
that's
don't give it to us before you register everything.
Yeah, because we'll
everywhere.
just take it.
Well, no. I mean, not us, but
If
as
you
soon
want
as
the
it's out,
Tumblr, you don't tell us about
as soon
it.
as it's
no.
out there in the world, people.
If you're calling it
it
Meat Tub, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've got that.
I'll
already.
sell you Meat Tub. Meat Tub is for sale.
Sweet.
Meat.
Finally ready to let go of Meat Tub.
Okay.
It's got one post.
I'll never let go of you, Meat Tub.
It
Hold me
doesn't matter
closer,
where you're
tiny
going.
meat tub.
Meat tub.
you are.
All All right. Next one is from Alan, who says, "Vidicaciousness.
All right.
I have to join the, I assume, legions of fans sticking up for Chuck after the debacle that
Nope.
was the cast reaction to his Weird Al reference last episode.
Debacle?
That was gold, Charles, gold. And yes, you other guys are assholes for calling him out on their lack of 30-year-old pop culture awareness. Just know that I, for one, chuckled, poor word choice, audibly as I listened to the episode via my waterproof Bluetooth speaker as I showered. No, I don't listen to all of my podcast favorites in the shower. Just you guys. Just you guys. Anyway, Chuck, keep making the obscure reference equivalents to Harlow's delightfully awful puns. Also, good riddance to the PS3/Xbox 360 version of your studio, i.e., utterly worthless crap. Now. Thank you all for doing what you do, Alan. Sent from inside the house.
Oh, God.
Dude,
Well,
don't say that. It's a new place.
Some of that email was great. Not the Chuck parts, though.
Thanks, Alan.
Yeah.
We got a
Alan.
voicemail.
We do. That's my reaction.
I'm keeping this shit moving. All right. I'm cranking through this.
Debacle. Really? Debacle? I don't think so.
It was a debacle.
It was kind of a debacle.
It was a debacle.
There were a couple people on Twitter that...
No, it was declassed, but the best.
Yeah.
It hurt me.
Yeah, but waking up hurts me, so shut up.
What?
My soul is
Hey,
crushing.
BMFcasters, this is Russell T. Jimmies, and I have found something that I just cannot believe you guys have overlooked. The year is 1987, and someone decides to make a live-action movie out of a much-beloved toy franchise. Masters of the Universe, Dolph Lundgren, Frank Langella, and just in sheer insanity from
Courtney
wall
Cox.
to wall. I checked. I double-checked. You guys haven't reviewed it. I can't believe it. I challenge you, Masters of the Universe. Do it. Please. Thank you.
Do it.
That's one that just slipped through the cracks. I think it was because so many people had already done it. We were like, should we do Masters of the Universe? Hey, there's nothing else on it.
I heard a little.
Yeah, a little. I was-
Meow. Is that Mr. Movie Phone? Calling?
Why don't you just tell us? Why don't you just?
I
yeah,
bought the
it's-
Blu-ray and I've just been holding it for when we have Dolphtober or whatever the hell it is that we do.
I don't. It's got everything we would want in a
Yeah.
movie like that.
I've
I
seen
don't
that
know.
movie a bunch of times.
Yeah,
That's-
I-
Yeah, that
kinda
must
seen
have
it a
been what
bunch
it is.
too.
Is too many of us have seen it too many times.
I mean, it's been years.
Yeah.
I mean,
If it's
but
been long enough, I think. Have you
Yeah.
watched it again since buying the
No,
Blu-ray?
no.
I think we should do it.
I remember the.
I think we should get around. I mean, Shark Month.
Yeah.
If we were trying to avoid movies everyone else has done, Shark Month was a bad idea.
Yeah, we sort of blew
because
that out of the
that
water.
was like,
There's like, hey,
hey,
you know all those old
yeah, you ever heard of
favorites?
Megalodon, Shark Attack 3? Oh, it's shit. Everybody has.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but I remember the thing that was not Orko was annoying as shit, even more so than Orko. Like there was like a robot thing sidekick.
Yeah.
Roborco?
Yeah, Roborko.
Yes. Roborco.
But yeah, you forgot Courtney Cox. She was in that too.
I never forget. Courtney.
I don't either.
No. She got up on stage and danced with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
What? Huh? All right.
Shh, just let that reference go. I got it. For once, I got your reference.
30-year-old
there, Chuck.
references. Woo!
I know. Dancing in the Dark video. I got it.
Oh, that
Don't
you
send
get.
emails.
You hate Bruce Campbell. Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, don't you?
She was on Misfits of Science.
Oh, that was a show
I
right
remember
there.
Harlow and I bonding over the fact that both of us remember that. We're like, Misfits of Science.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Courtney Cox was the key for me fucking unlocking that in my head of like flipping channels and there's friends one day going, fuck, that was the show. She was in it.
Yep.
All right. We had a couple comments on the YouTube that I wanted to point out.
All right.
On the Jaws the Revenge live stream. This is from King Spook. I guess he's spooky.
Okay.
I don't know. But he said,
Hope so.
damn it, BJ is the one I like least, but he's also the coolest looking. I put up with him for walking. Also, watch Shakma or Urban Massacre. Thank you. Also, when listening, I got the impression that you guys were all maybe mid-20s. Holy mackerel. No matter, still my favorite podcast. Thanks.
Wow.
That's a gaggle of backhanded
That's-
compliments.
Like,
That's fantastic.
Man.
Thank you.
man, that glove is just like,
Yeah. I demand satisfaction.
Well, the first one's at least like
holy mackerel.
like you guys at least get it sort of
Fuck
all
you,
at
you
once.
suck, but you look cool.
Yeah.
You guys
look
get
cool.
it like
We're
all at
old.
once, like bam.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool.
No, but he says I'm his least favorite. Like,
But you look cool. The rest of us look old.
we all look old. That's what he's saying.
But you look
BJ.
old and cool.
Well, duh.
You do look like a Star Trek fan.
I will
I'm
say
changing
that-
my entire look.
I hope you appreciate this because now
Oh, there's your 30-year-old references.
Yeah.
now you're gonna get like a dozen emails next week. BJ's my favorite.
Don't
Yeah.
cry, BJ. We love you. BJ
My-
Defense Force.
Yeah, BJ Internet Defense Force.
It's the BJ squad.
BJ IDF.
That's a bigger defense force than you'd believe.
Gross.
You. Yeah.
No.
All right,
What?
I'm gonna wrap it up here.
Okay.
Oral sex is what.
Oh, I get it.
We're not gonna wrap it up with oral sex. We're gonna wrap it up.
But
with
we
an
do that
email.
every week.
We're gonna wrap it up with an email from Steve like the bird heron.
Okay.
Always
Let's put a
reliable
little cut
Steve.
there somewhere. Let's wrap that
No.
up again.
No.
No, that's gold, Jerry.
Let's live stream gold.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up with an email from the always reliable Steve like the bird heron. And the title of this is "It Gets Bamfcast related at the end. I promise." And he said, "Read in a Rod Serling impression, if you really want to. So, for your consideration, Steve Heron, a man who finds himself in a town utterly devoid of people, with no memory of who he is or how he got there. The only clue to his identity being the temporary dolphin tattoo on his left arm. His memory slowly begins to regain. You see, Steve here is an editor at his school's literature magazine. Yes, they have a literature magazine, but they won't let him have a movie club. Go figure. And once in a month, they hold Coffee House, a sort of open mic for people who want to read poetry, or sing a song, or do a sketch. It's where high schools can go to be pretentious and pretend to be profound when really no one cares or likes their acoustic guitar covers of Nirvana. We're all looking at you, Gabe. Each one of these coffee houses has a theme, this one being a 90s high school dance, because the editors are hipsters who quite frankly ran out of ideas. A lot of flannel, denim, scrunchies, a Space Jam poster courtesy of Steve, and temporary tattoos, hence the dolphin. All the editors had to bring decorations somewhat 90s related. What else would Steve bring but a giant box of VHS tapes? The setup, an old TV and VCR in the back, turned off the sound and just let them play while people performed, switching the tape every 10 or 15 minutes. As Steve walks on the cafeteria stage to introduce the next act, he was delighted to see what else but Jaws the Revenge playing in the background, and couldn't help but think of his buddies at the BMFcast. Crash and burn, Steve like the bird out, sent via another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land of imagination, which we call the Twilight Zone. And he sent us a picture of the dolphin tattoo.
Look at that.
Which I used to work
Aw.
with a girl who had that same dolphin tattoo
Aw.
on her ankle.
Oh, was she the girl with the dolphin tattoo?
What? I hope we don't have to forward that to the authorities at some point. That sounds a little name-cally, and you think you're
man.
better than me?
Listen, Gabe's a
Oh,
fuck.
hey,
I'm calling
we are
it now.
all
Okay.
looking at you,
Listen,
Gabe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gabe.
Gabe.
Just because it's acoustic doesn't make it better.
Come on, Gabe. Get it together.
Gabe.
With the lights out.
Check your privilege, Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe. Seriously.
Jeez.
Gabe.
If you're going to do that, play Pixies songs, you idiot. Anyway.
A
Fucking
slowed down
idiot.
version of Debaser. That's how you do it.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
What?
Are you wrapping this shit up?
yeah, are we ready for some contact information?
Yeah, we can do that. Check out the website, www.ornot.bmfcast.com. Email us, bmf@bmfcast.com. Check us out on iTunes, Twitter, Facebook, all the social media stuff. We're out there. Just find us, BMFcast. And most importantly, give us a call on the Garfield phone, the BMFcast hotline, 9105-JOCKS-BMF, 910-556-9263. Three. It's the magic number, so you got to give it a little flair.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. It's contact information. I've been doing this for 30 years now, so
Oh, good.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least you look
Boiling it
cool
down.
while you're doing it.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Real quick, did we get any correspondence from Bruce Campbell or Ernie Hudson before we sign out? It's very important.
Ernie called me, but not the podcast.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Are
He was like, "Wow,
Nope.
you really suck, but you look pretty cool."
Yeah, that's exactly what
I
happened.
thought you were young, but you are most certainly not.
I thought I was old, but damn you guys, put me to shame.
And I agree, they should not have killed me in Leviathan.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Guess not.
Let's get out of here, shall we?
Please.
All right. Well, I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ,
And I'm Chuck.
and this is BMFcast out. See you next week, you inconsiderate boobs.
Well then.
They're boobs that don't
that-
ask permissions, and they get in the
Wow.
way.
They get in the way.
Yeah.
Never get in
Need
the way.
a boob permit
What?
Dude, where do you get those?
off a boob.
The sheriff's office.
At the boob store.
Yeah. The boobatorium.
Yeah. Oh.
Am I right? I don't know what a
They,
boobatorium
they come in a
is.
tube.
Boob tube?
Jokes. I got jokes.
We gotta go. It's way past our bedtime.
Who remembers George McGovern?
No one.
People are getting in a bidding war over my Scream DVD collection.
Why?
Because it's the first 3, and 2 of them are good.
Yeah, but they're on
They're on DVD.
I love that there's a 5-film Scream collection.
Yeah, 2 of them.
That's like 2
Not.
documentaries
Yeah.
about Steam.
Yeah.
Or Steam.
Scream.
Screaming.
Does it have codes on the inside?
Yes.
Sweet
it's
codes,
just a
hot
bunch of
sales.
keys.
But yeah, it doesn't have Scream 4 because
No.
different company or whatever.
Yeah.
It's what
No,
a-
I have
what a
the
mess.
5-film Blu-ray collection
Oh, you do?
of 3 films and 2 documentaries.
Well, check out Chuck.
Yeah, check
He's
out the
awesome.
big brain on Chuck.
Let's switch to that. Do some of that.
Yep. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching in the new studio and calling us
Yeah.
We like being
So
old.
old. So old, but completely immature, apparently.
I look cool.
Yeah, but you're stupid.